you. Mabusai. Hi, Shipwrecks. Hello. Oh my goodness. I missed you guys. Etri, thank you for the 19 months. Thank you, thank you. If you're wondering why I sound like, I don't know, do I sound sick? do I sound sick? I sound horrible. So I just got back, or I didn't just get back, like a few days ago, from OFFKAI. So to give you context, I haven't been home for more than like 2 or 3 days in the last like 2.5 weeks. So I am just so happy to be home. I'm so happy to sleep in my own bed. Yes, it's like the con sickness. The con sickness has gotten to me. I don't know if I'm actually sick. I know one of the people that traveled with me, because I went with some of my IRLs came with me to OFFKAI. We're working the booth as well, and they got sick as well. So I'm just like, oh no, I don't want to get sick because I have university orientation in the next few days, and I'm like, I really can't afford to get sick right now. But you know, I'm feeling okay. It's just my voice right now. I think I'm just having like body aches. That's the thing that really sucks. But I'm really glad to be home, to be home for more than 3 days. Because when I got back from my cruise, I actually didn't even unpack my bags because I had already known that I was going to be leaving a few days later. So yeah, I'm so sad I missed your meet and greet. No, you're good. It's okay. I feel okay. We're going to talk about OFFKAI. So it was my very first OFFKAI. I've always kind of missed the last few. So I've participated in OFFKAI the last 2 years, just from home. So the first year I was a special guest at OFFKAI, so I did like meet and greets and stuff, but I did it all from home. And then I also, last year, I was a panelist at OFFKAI, but I did it from home. So I've never actually like experienced the entire like OFFKAI experience. So I was very excited to go this year because it was Mythos' first time sponsoring the event and boothing the event. So I kind of wanted to go and just like support and like finally meet some of my friends that I've like been friends with for so long but haven't even met in person. So yeah. I don't want COVID, guys. I've had it twice already. I don't want it a third time. With somebody CD off, guys. Thank you. But yeah, the con, I don't know what it is. It was just like, it wasn't what I expected in like a good way. You know what I mean? It wasn't what I expected in like a good way. But yeah, I'll just be straight up. If you saw me in person at OFFKAI, I got recognized actually a lot. It was nice meeting you. There were some really sweet people that came up to the booth, because spoiler alert, I was working the booth. I was working the booth for a good chunk of OFFKAI. So there were some people that came up and just like handed me something in a pen, and I went, oh, okay. I'll sign it for you. So yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, it was so funny because like the rest of the Mythos staff who were there were like, oh my gosh, Sai, your fans are so behaved. They're so behaved. Yeah, no, I was okay with people coming up to me and like saying hi. The only thing was like I asked people just please don't take pictures because I'm very private with the way I look. Whenever I spoke to you, I didn't notice a thing. There was somebody everybody that was like, you sound oddly familiar. And I went, oh, that's crazy. It was funny because when people would come up to the booth, I would shill my own merch. And I was like, dude, this VTuber's TCG merch is awesome. Like, she's so cool, isn't she? It was so funny. I think there was one person that was just like, oh, because you said that I'm a buy a deck box. My brain is so ill right now. Also, Sim, thank you for the 32 months. I don't know why Twitch has been telling me all the subs like really late. The Tony Hawk effect. I think someone hinted at me, but I didn't take it. Yeah, no, that was probably me. I was like during the whole like time because I mean, I guess I can say because like me and Thor were just sitting at the booth and we were both just like, yeah, we're really good at forging Poseidon and Thor's signatures. We were just like staring at everybody that came up at us. Sai is very pretty. Thank you. I tweeted about it on my alt, and it was like, you know, I'm very self-conscious about the way I look. Like, I don't think I'll ever do like face cam streams or anything like that, but I'm feeling a little bit better about like maybe posting outfits of the day or something like that. But everybody that came up to me at OFFKAI was really, really sweet. I did unfortunately have one really poor meet and greet experience, but I mean the rest of the con it made up for it. So yeah, it was fun. Me and Thor were like hip to hip the entire con. Yeah. So it was really fun. I got to spend a lot of time with her. We went to Korean barbecue and hot pot. We went to round one. We went to go get ice cream. We went to the mall, and it was really fun. It just felt like a girly's day, you know? So yeah, we did a lot of stuff together, and I'm really happy. And I also got to spend time with Aries and Dionysus, though those two were kind of like doing their own little thing. So me and Thor were like, oh, okay, let's just like do that. So Q-Pot, dude, yes, I went to Q-Pot. Q-Pot was so good. I won't lie though, I've only ever been to like Korean barbecue hot pot combo restaurants like once or twice before this. I forgot how overwhelming it is. Because not only are you trying to like make your own little like food or whatever, but you're also like you're managing the grill and making sure things don't burn. And it's like, I got to meet Aries. She's so small. You know, I thought Aries was small until I met Thor. And I was like, oh, wait, why are all the Mythos talents so tiny? Why are you all so small? They were so sweet. Everybody was so nice. I honestly didn't get to do like too much, other than like help out at the booth and kind of walk around very casually. Dude, so OFFKAI was like sharing the convention with another convention. So I'm being so dead ass. Like half the convention were VTuber fans and the other half were CrossFit people. So, and there were two hotels on both sides of the convention. So some of the OFFKAI attendees were walking through the CrossFit area to get into their hotels, and like the CrossFit people had to walk through like the VTuber area through the hotel to get to their hotels, and it was like the funniest thing ever. Dude, people were telling me OFFKAI was gonna be super stinky winky, but actually, can I be honest? I didn't smell any funk at OFFKAI. I could not smell any funk. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm nose blind. Maybe I've been so nose blind from going to all these TCG like locals where everybody stinks, where like stinky just doesn't like hit my nose the same, you know? The funk was you all, dude, actually dead ass. Everybody that I had like talked to, or not everybody, but a good chunk of them, like my friends and stuff, I'm being so dead ass. You can ask them. They were like, wait, Sai, why do you smell so good? And I was like, oh, I was just giving them my body products. It was great. I'm not smelly, I promise. I smell good. I had to give the deets, okay? I had to leak the Poseidon body spray routine. It was so awesome to see you. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by the booth. Thank you. She indeed didn't smell, I can confirm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I actually surprisingly didn't go broke at OFFKAI because I purposefully, so I walked through like all the exhibitors and artist alley booths, but I had so much self-control to not buy anything. I think I bought like a few keychains and like stickers and stuff, but I think I did a good job at not exploding my wallet after OFFKAI. It always people complain about the smell, but didn't actually go to the con themselves. Similar case we see with AX. Yeah. I think AX was definitely more smelly than OFFKAI. But then again, Anime Expo is a significantly larger convention, so. Noble Narwhal, thank you for the 32 months. I'm so glad I got to meet you. It was fun chilling at the booth with everyone. Thank you so much for coming by and helping out. Thank you. It was cooler this year. Yeah, the weather in Los Angeles was a lot better this year than I've been in other years. The weather in San Jose is so nice. Dude, it was so funny because I was on my way home with my friends and I was like, guys, what if I moved to San Jose? What if I moved here? What if I just decided to move here? It's so nice. And they all looked at me and they're like, Sai, I hate to break it to you, but it's really, really, really expensive. Why is the Bay Area so nice, but it's so expensive? It's so expensive. What do you mean a one-bedroom apartment is like $3,000? Yeah, fortunately, though, I will be back in the Bay Area in actually exactly 1 month. Because Pokemon Worlds is next month. And I think that is what's going to obliterate my wallet. That is what's going to send my wallet into the grave. Yeah. Worlds is in San Francisco this year. Why did pick San Francisco? It's so expensive. Dude, I like booked everything for Worlds and I looked at my wallet and I wanted to like cry. I was like, oh, I didn't know it would cost this much. No, it's okay. I paid for like all my shares of everything, so I'm chilling right now, but my God, like an Airbnb and hotels in San Francisco are so freaking expensive. They are so pricey, and then you have the parking rates are horrible. So I have no idea. I've only been to San Francisco like twice in my life. And it like the times I've gone, they were all like when I was way younger. So I don't know what to expect. Parking's always but. Guys, is it true that if you park your car in San Francisco, there's a good chance it might get broken into? I don't want that. I don't want my car broken into. Hello? Crime rates are better. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. You know what I know is happening in San Francisco right now? This is going to show how Filipino I am. There's like a new Jollibee location there. Yes, I follow whenever Jollibee's open in the States. Are the tickets for Worlds available? Unfortunately, I believe all the tickets are out. I think the only way you can get tickets now is from scalpers. I've heard that, but also I've never had my car broken into. I've only ever had my car broken into once. And you know what? They didn't even break any of my windows. So I have one of those like push to start cars. So apparently there was like a thing going on where these like people would just use like satellite to get the signal from your car keys and extend it all the way outside to where your car is at to unlock your car without breaking it. And that's how they broke into my car. It was horrible. This happened a while back, though. A while back. That's so weird. I know. So now I have to have, like, a cover over my car keys. So, and it, like, blocks the signal. is actually kind of crazy. Yeah, you want to know what the sad part is? So they stole my registration, they stole my insurance, and the thing I was actually the most mad about was they stole my car trash can. That was the thing I was crashing out about. I'm like, okay, you can steal my registration and my insurance, but you stole my trash can in my car? What an asshole. I was so fucking mad. But this happened a while back. The most recent thing that happened to my car, someone stole my license plate. You know what's sad though? It's fine because I got my license plate changed. But I was sad because the last two numbers on my license plate were 69. So I was pissed off about that. I was like, fuck you. And then I got my new license plate in and it doesn't say 69 at the end anymore, and I'm mad. I'm so sad. I owe Sevens in chat for my license plate. Yeah, people are fucking assholes. People are horrible. Also, Nori's sitting on my lap. He's just been taking a nap. So if you hear little dog snores, it's him. Was there something unique about it? No, I just really loved my car trash can. It was like super cute. And then I bought a new one, but it wasn't the same. They don't just replace. No, because when people steal your license plate, it's often to put on like stolen vehicles. So you have to report to the police and like the DMV that your license plate got stolen. So that way, if it like gets flagged for anything, right, it will like, you know, it doesn't trace back to you. Does that make sense? So I got like a brand new license plate. Yeah, like when people take your tags, fuck those guys too. I had to do that whole like not knife trick, but like you had to like put cuts into your license plate tag so people don't steal it. Horrible. We live in a horrible world right now. Just like, God, please stop trying to steal stuff from me. I promise I have nothing valuable. But yeah, OFFKAI, sorry. Like, my ADHD's going all over the place. OFFKAI was fun. Thank you to everybody who came to my meet and greet. And also the people who did recognize me and come by to say hi. It means a lot. I actually wasn't expecting like very many gifts, but I had the staff put like all the gifts in like a bag that I had brought, and it was full. Like there was so many gifts. So I just want to say like thank you to everybody for thinking of me. Like I'll be honest, like I don't really see myself as like a big VTuber. I'm just kind of a girly on the space that just likes to, you know, likes to stream and yap about cards and Pokemon and just random shit, you know? So it made me really happy to like see all the gifts and people coming to my meet and greets. It really means a lot. Like there was some fan letters that people had wrote, and I think I like cried for 20 minutes on my couch. Like after I got home from OFFKAI, I was like, darn. Like, I guess it didn't really hit me. I suffer from really bad imposter syndrome. I've always kind of had it in all those spaces I've ever been, like, when I was in the voice acting space, the Utaite space, and, you know, even in the, you know, VTuber space. It's really hard to not, like, compare yourself to other people or feel like a failure or feel like you're just not doing enough. And I definitely think I feel that way a lot. But this OFFKAI, like seeing people come to my meet and greet, like I actually feel really bad. I was told that they actually had to cut the line during the meet and greet because there was so many people, and there was like other people that had showed up to the meet and greet that didn't get a chance to talk to me, and they only had time to take pictures, and like it made me sad because I'm like, oh man, I wish I had more time to, you know, talk to you guys. But it also kind of was like, it came in like it, how do I say it? It registered in my brain that there were just, I feel like I've made an impact on people, and that's kind of it makes me really sad, and like in like a good way, you know. So thank you guys so much for all the support, whether you went to OFFKAI or not. Like you guys just showing up to my streams and like talking with me and being in my chat and having fun with me, it means so much. Like I cannot describe in words how much it means to me, and I will continue to work hard to deserve your guys' love and everything. So thank you guys so much for for coming and supporting me. Yeah. You're the reason why I downloaded Twitch. Is that a good thing? Which I could have gone to OFFKAI. No, you're good, dude. OFFKAI was a lot. OFFKAI was a lot. Proposal could catch you outside of the meeting room because I didn't want to let you in much of the line to get to meet you. No, yeah, you're good. I appreciate it. One thing I'm really mad about is like, okay, I guess I'll talk about the person. I'm not gonna name drop them. I actually knew who they were. But I'm not gonna name drop them because they're in my chat sometimes. But we had after this whole ordeal, we banned them. But we had somebody come to my meet and greet, and they were like number 2 or 3 in my line. They actually, from my understanding, what I was told from staff, they did wait for the meet and greet. Thank you guys for the follows. But they had come to my meet and greet, and mind you, like, they were really rude. Like, it was just like, you know when people give backhanded compliments, but you can tell it's coming from like a bad place? That's what it was. So they were like saying things like, by the way, I've been keeping track of like us on stream. I beat you 3 times. Also, I'm really salty that you do better at regionals than me. Also, why'd you unfollow me on Twitter? And by the way, I really love your channel and I like supporting you since debut. I think it's really funny that you unfollowed me on Twitter. And like, mind you, like, this is someone that I actually I've shared like spaces with, but it was just so fucking weird. Like, who the fuck comes to a meet and greet and says that? Like, how are you gonna be so mean-spirited and then proceed to compliment me after? Like, it just felt like so mean. And the thing is like, I knew who this person was because I won't lie. I did break the mutuals because this person has hurt some of my friends, and I don't fuck with that. If you're being mean to my friends and hurting their feelings and bullying them, like, of course I'm not going to be your mutual. You know what I mean? But the thing that kills me, the thing that like fucking kills me, because I told staff after the meet and greet, because obviously there was no way for them to kind of like notice. So I had let them know like, hey, by the way, there was this person that came in the line and they were being like super rude, and they were like, oh, was it this person? And proceeds to describe them. Oh, Captain Peter, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. And this person was telling Mythos staff that I was friends with them. So the Mythos staff, when this person was talking to me, they were like, oh, we thought they were your friend and they were just bantering with you. And I was like, no. No. Oh. I mean, it just like, it actually kind of ruined the rest of like the day for me, because I was just like, in my head, I'm like, why would somebody come here and do that? And like, I don't know. It just felt like so mean-spirited. And I would like to think that I'm very like nice and kind to everybody in the space. So in my head, I'm like, did I do anything wrong to this person? Did I really, was me like breaking the mutual really that serious? Because it's like, there are times where I like, like unfollow accounts on Twitter, and not because I hate them, but because, there's like sometimes I follow way too many accounts and I'm like, well, I don't really interact with your stuff, and I'll just like unfollow. It's never really that personal, but it just felt like so mean. Cause like I just don't understand how somebody could go all that way and just say that. It could be a very joking conversation, but if you want to incredibly minus the follow stuff. I wish I could say this first time I heard about someone being fake friends with the Mythos talent, but it isn't. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks that happened, because you were nothing but nice during my meet and greet. It was so awkward because like they were saying all these things and I just like sat there and I was like, okay. And I was like, do you want a picture? Like I didn't know how do you respond to that? Like how do you respond to that? So I ugh. Like, I was like, ugh. Well, but thankfully everybody after was really nice. And the person before was really nice too. It was just that one person. Yeah. Talking shit with friends is normal in my opinion. Obviously, it's never that serious in that context. But yeah, but here's the thing, it's like we and this person aren't like friends like at all. So it's different if we were friendos. So I was wondering, I was talking to my staff, I'm like, I'm wondering if they told you we were friends, so like they knew they were gonna say this stuff and they knew like because you like thought we were friends that it would be okay, if that makes sense. So I just felt really bad after that. I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know what I did wrong. But yeah, it's just a... Yeah, the staff was told you, they probably took it in that context. Yeah, and that's exactly what they thought. They thought, because they were listening in on all the conversations. So in their head, they were like, oh, yeah, no, Sai and this person are buddies. So yeah, my point of this conversation is like, have proper meet and greet etiquette. Don't be an asshole. Don't be mean. Don't go and come to these things, because at the end of the day, right, like this is something very special us VTubers do with our fans, you know, because we don't ever get a chance to do one-on-one like convos and conversations. And like the thing that makes me so fucking mad, right, the thing that makes me so mad is that this person took up a space for someone in the line that could have had that conversation with me, you know, but you know, there was people that got cut out of the line. Like that to me makes me mad. That makes me fucking livid. You didn't do anything wrong. That guy is just weird. There's no place for that space. Exactly. Someone who genuinely wanted to see you. Yeah, that was the thing. I'm like, this person took a spot from someone who actually, you know, is a real fan. Makes me so upset, but I'm trying not to let it get to me. Like, it's... I think that I'm like fine now, but like that day during that meet and greet, I was like so upset about it. I was like, darn, what the heck? Have a mic and headpiece? No, unfortunately. I actually had to have a conversation with the staff. I was like, hey, we should probably do like a toggle thing, because I've done it in other meet and greets where people or like other VTubers, they ask them like, hey, is there a toggle you can like show us that will signal like us to move to the next person or whatever, or you want that person out of the line? So I told them next time we should probably do that, because I would have probably done like, let me see. If I had done, oh wait, what the heck? Oh! Long hair. Okay. I probably would have like done this, you know? Like if you see me with my hand up, that means move on to the next person. Get this guy out of here. Thankfully though, Miss Thor Runefall, we were doing the meet and greets like together in like the same setup. So I was like, during the meet and greet, I was like signaling to Thor with my hand. I'm like, tell staff to get this person. Make sure they don't go back in line. So yeah, shout out to my girly pop Thor. Next time will be better. It's all good. Everybody else was so positive. I thought you're done with this internet stuff, dude. I don't know why we thought the hotel internet would be good. Yeah. It was pretty scuffed. So I'm sorry. I know there was a lot of time for my meet and greet was taken because of all of the internet stuff. Thor is the GOAT. We love her. Learning experience for next time. Yeah, a lot of lessons were learned. I know things weren't perfect. I know there was a lot of like feedback people have given us for you know, meet and greets and stuff. So hopefully the next time we do a con like this, it'll be, you know, a little more organized, a little better. But I think overall, the OFFKAI experience was great. I got to catch up with friends, meet some new ones. Was this one of your first cons? This is my first VTuber convention I've been to in person. Like I've done a lot of like other meet and greets with other conventions, but they've always been virtual. Like I've always done it from home. So Yeah, it was fun meeting you. It was great meeting you on Saturday. I'm sorry if I was studying. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'd be nervous if I was meeting a pretty awesome VTuber like myself, you know? We learned a lot about managing line signs, visibility, timing, etc. for this one. Yeah. But I think overall, the experience was cool. I was really happy to see some of my merch selling. I was really honored to have even fan merch in the Artist Alley. So I hope some of the shipwrecks were able to get those. And yeah, Trook nuke. I actually, unfortunately, didn't take very many pictures at OFFKAI. Nervous meeting the pro Pokemon player. I don't know if I'm pro. I would like to think I'm above average. I bought some standees after chatting with you. Wow, dude, I actually was so in love with the merch, the circus merch for OFFKAI. Bought your keychain on Friday. Yippee! Yeah, I like asked staff. I was like, can I look at like the sales from this weekend? And I looked in like all of our stock and everything, and it made me really happy to see only a few keychains and standees left of me. And I think we almost sold out of the sleeves, and we sold quite a few deck boxes this weekend. The cookies you made were delicious too. Yippee! Yeah, the staff was really spoiled with cookies. Your merch is probably the merch I buy the most. Yay! Speaking of merch, my birthday merch is in the corner here. Look at that. Look how sexy I am in that Docky marker. Imagine hugging me. Okay, anyways. Circus Worth. Yeah, we did have some left over. I think we may be saving it for another con. I actually have no clue what we're gonna do with it. So I don't know. I told Trey maybe we could sell it online to give the shipwrecks who didn't get a chance to get in the merch to get it. I'm a well-known person with my giant Pikachu costume. Cyber's the only merch I've ever spent on. Thank you guys. I know I released quite a bit of merch in the last like few months. Listen, I swear I was trying to spread them out more, but timing didn't work out. Like I swear to, okay, I talked about it in my VTuber community server, which by the way you should join. It's really cool. The Psy plushies is wrapping up in development, so there's a good chance within the next month or so you may see the Psy plushie up for order. I need to give him a bro who hug. My great friend Shmoo was on the Saturday lineup. I was crying during the whole meet. Ah! OG more. It's just the plushie from the subathon. It's just the plushie from the subathon. Unless you guys want me to release it later this year. I don't know. It's up to the manufacturers because we partnered with another company for it. I swear I'm not trying to empty your wallet. I swear. I'm just a girly that has a lot of plans. I'm just a girly that has that is very ambitious, okay? But I told myself probably for the rest of this year, I'm probably gonna be chilling out on doing the whole like merch projects, and I will say there is a VTuber outfit I want to debut at the end of this year, but development for that has kind of been on pause. The card sleeves are so clean. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. I actually brought a lot of my like not Pokemon decks, my TCG decks to OFFKAI in hopes I could play with some of my friends. Did not play a single game. I did not play a single game of anything. Unfortunately, I had my doubles. I posted it on Twitter. I double sleeved my Rin and Sari deck. Well, I don't know why in my brain I thought it was like a good idea to double sleeve it. I mean, okay, hold up. Let me pull it up. I'm so happy with the TCG from Meatokki. Yay! Hold up. Nori! Dude, I'm gonna talk. I was like, right when I was in my starting student screen, I was like finally sitting down and I'm like, okay, time to stream. Nori farted on my lap and it stunk in here. So I'm not stinky, it's Nori. Can you guys hear him? His little collar. My dog farted before stream. Can you believe that? Okay. Is it me or look more beautiful than ever? I mean, it's my 2.5 model. Let me show a picture of my double sleeve commander deck, which I'm so happy. I have like a commander collection. Also, Brutes, thank you so much for the resub for tier 3 for 26 months. I'm so sorry. I don't know why the sounds are not going off and like I'm not getting the activity feed right away. So sorry. I swear, guys, I don't know. Is it this? Why is it so large? How am I gonna shuffle this? How am I gonna shuffle this? It was like, and then I have to like do the tokens too. Yeah, this one's Rin and Sari. Rin is here. I had to proxy a few of the cards because tell me why some magic cards are like a few $100s, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna play with my friends, I could proxy the expensive cards, right? I don't know. Commander is kind of like my fun game. I play with my friends. I don't anticipate I will ever go to like actual tournaments. Use 3 arms. You're so right. Shuffle in 3 halves. Depending on the card is very different about reprinting stuff than Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, there's a reprint policy. I didn't even know that. You know, after all of this, I've been a little bit magic pilled recently. I was like, what if for like a future merch drop, what if I did like Poseidon lands? Poseidon land proxies. I feel like that'd be so fun. Like 5 different arts of like Poseidon in different environments and they're like lands. I feel like that would be so cool. Proxies are usually acceptable. Yeah, I was asking some of my friends. I was like, if you show up to like locals for magic with proxies, is it fine? And they told me as long as it's like not a sanctioned event, most stores don't give a shit. Like, I don't know. Tokens would be better. It'd be cool if I like did that. I would have to like get a lot of art. Might be better off with tokens. Custom lands can get players in trouble at tournaments, but tokens are permitted. Oh. I can't believe I've been subbed to this blue lady for 30 months. If it's commander, you're fine. I'll have to like look into it, see what people want. I think the lands are cool. I can see why tokens. No proxy and official event. Yeah, tokens are usually preferred. What would I use? Like, what token would I use for like Poseidon though? What tokens? I'll have to like look into it. Unless you guys have suggestions. I just really like cards. Please make a Sai Commander card for Savitri Dragon Master. Yeah, Dragon D's nuts. Ha! Got him. Merfuck. Please don't leave my stream. I promise. I'm good, I swear. Merfolk. What deck is Merfolk used in? I can't believe the magic fucking brain worms got to me. I was resisting for so long. I want you guys to know I was resisting for so long. I talk about it all the time, but I have a really addictive personality, okay? Once I get into something, that's literally all I will do for like a while. And, you know, the magic got me. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, the Merfolk tokens are look kind of cool. I kind of want that. Pinapro, thank you for the 100 bits. So Magic tries to spread out valuable reprints for reprint equity, making sure some cards stay expensive to drive pack sales. And on top of that, there's a reserve list, select list of cards from early days of Magic. Wizards of the Coast has legally promised they will never reprint because collectors rioted and almost killed the game when they did try to reprint them way back in the day. It sucks and everyone hates it, but it's a thing we are stuck with. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I did fold. Oh yeah, Pikachu. I remember you, Pikachu Gundam. You're the one who gifted me a commander deck at my meet and greet. I sleeved that up, dude. It was such a cool one. I was reading all the cards in it. So he gifted me a Captain America, like Avengers commander deck, where I guess every single time the hero spawns into like the field or whatever, Captain America gets stronger, and it's the whole like Avengers Assemble thing. I thought that was so cool. I thought that was fucking awesome. Avengers, speaking of, I'm gonna see Spider-Man in 2 days, guys. I'm gonna see Spider-Man in 2 days. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's the Captain America Nick Fury one. It's a hero tribal deck. That's so cool! That's so cool! That's so awesome! New VTuber on the block? What if I told you I'm old? What if I told you this is my 3rd year streaming? Sorry, Nori wants to go. Hi, Barbie. You want to go now? You want to say hi to my chat? Okay. Well, he is tired. Okay, go. Whoa! Arshoy, thank you so much for the raid! Welcome in, Raiders. For those who are new here, hi, my name is Poseidon, I'm the goddess of the seas, earthquakes, and horses, and I'm a VTuber with a VTuber download agency, Mythos. Thank you so much for the raid, Mr. Arslord, Apollo's manager. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm actually just really happy to be home. If I'm being honest, I'm happy to sleep in my own bed. I'm happy to eat my own food and not spend money on food. Nori, what are you doing? Stop smelling your butt. Oh my gosh. Welcome back. Thank you. Hold up, I need to drink something. Today's drink of choice, chat. We have Narissa's Jailbird Blast. Thank you, GamerSubs, for sending me this. Narissa Ravencroft is my Kamiyoshi. Dude, I had to practice so much resistance trying to not fucking spend money at OFFKAI for Narissa stuff. Ooh, I've never tasted this flavor before. That's refreshing. Thank you so much, Peekaboo, for the sub. Appreciate it. Do you think Shrek belongs in the Avengers? You know where he belongs? In my bedroom. Use code SHIPWRECK for 10% off. Yes! I need to be shilling my stuff more. I forget all the time. True. Very true. That is not a true. I did see all the nice prints of Narissa. Can you believe OFFKAI is 9 months away? I can. I'm a little bit like, oh, it's in April because it's the middle of the semester for all the university students. And my spring break does not fall into OFFKAI next year. So I would have to like actively miss like a class to go. I want to go to OFFKAI next year. I do. But that just means like less time to plan other stuff. There's just less time to plan. I can't believe I missed both you and Aries. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, did anybody get any Poseidon packs? Poseidon packs this year at OFFKAI? I think I gave out most of them. But I want to know which ones you guys pulled. Because so every time, for people who came to my meet and greet and for people who purchased Poseidon merch, you got like a Poseidon pack, which I handmade, by the way. My filthy fucking hands touched that. I'm just kidding. My hands were not that filthy. But I had like 4 variants of like cards in there of like each of my outfits. So I hope people enjoyed that. It was really cool because whenever I like met with other companies and stuff, and I'd hand them, like, my business card. They were like, oh, wait, this is sick. I'm like, yeah, it's a pack. Open it. My business card is in there. I got the sentiment, but April is such a weird month. It is. It is. I'm wondering if I had to take a guess, it might have been cheaper for them to do that weekend because, you know, summer conventions summer months are very sought after for conventions. So it could be that. It could be that. Post them on Discord, guys. Yes, post them on the Discord. Guys, if you took pictures with me or like bought my merch, please post it. I want to see it. I want to see it all. If you're comfortable, of course. Yeah, everybody was super sweet. I enjoyed all of our interactions, and you know, there were people who were asking me, like, just making sure, like, by the way, you don't do pictures, right? Like, when they recognize me in person, and I was like, no, I don't do pictures, but, you know, you can take a picture of my badge. Dude, that was so funny. So I had a name on my badge, and I had a name on, it was like a regular ass schmegular first name. So I had Valerie on my badge, the name Valerie, and people kept asking me, they're like, is that your name? And I'm like, nah, dude, that's not my name. Imagine getting Polion and Vaporeon 3 Slowpokes. Oh my god. Dude, people were like, oh my god, is that your real name? Why are you doxing yourself? I'm like, dude, it's a fake name. So I bet there are people that were like, oh my god, that's her real name. But no, it's not. I actually, halfway through the weekend, I was joking with Leah, because Leah came by the booth. I was like, I should just cross out the Valerie and just put the wet one on my badge. I should have done that. What's up, Valerie? Because when they gave me the option to like make my badge, I was just like, I don't know what to put on here. Do I put Poseidon? Do I put like a fuck ass name? So then I thought of the gym leader from Gallo. So I'm like, just put Valerie. Could have just called yourself Vaporeon. I probably should have. The bracelet was cool. Yeah, Leah made me a bracelet that just said wet on it. I was like, oh, thanks. Jane Valerie. Poseidon Valerie Mythos. But yeah, I wonder if people thought that was my real name. I'm just like, oh, that's not. I just thought about the fuck ass gym leader for Pokemon. Oh, that's so funny. That is hilarious. But yeah, by the way, I won't have a stream schedule this week. I'm gonna try to take it a little easier this week. You're saying you were using Psyoptic tactics. Yeah, you know, everybody's playing checkers, but I'm playing chess. I have really high IQ. I thought you'd go to the Pokemon trainer name for undercover. Should have put Team Sky. Nah, brother, I don't associate with Team Sky. So smart. I know. I'm just one step ahead. I'm just kidding. JK. Dude, you know what kept me awake during the con? So we were right next to Itasha Coffee, which is a coffee brand for VTubers. And, you know, they were telling all the Mythos staff, like, oh, if you never need coffee, just let us know. So I was like, guys, can you get me more coffee? More coffee, please. I want more coffee. I was hyped up on Itasha Coffee this weekend. I should ask them. I'm like, you guys should make a Poseidon flavor. You guys kept me alive. If I had a coffee flavor, I don't know. I'm not like a huge coffee connoisseur. I consume a lot of coffee, but I'm not like, how do I say it? I'm not like, I can tell what kind of coffee I'm drinking. But I saw about her meet and greets. Lines kept blocking them. Oh yeah, I know. I feel so bad for everybody. Like the lines are quite a mess because there was a meet and greet line in front of the merch, but then there were people who wanted to go buy the merch. So they were like, do I just go through this line or all of that? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm using my A-list celeb to get coffee. I needed coffee, okay? The hotel coffee wasn't cutting it. Listen, I had a lot of the hotel coffee, but it just wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. I wonder if I was accidentally getting decaf. You guys kept me alive. That, and I had a bag of Trader Joe's barbecue chips. Because on my way to OFFKAI, my group and I stopped at Trader Joe's, and I've never had like the Trader Joe's barbecue chips. And one of my friends, she was like, dude, Sai, these chips are fucking fire. And I was like, oh, okay. Tell me why the Trader Joe's barbecue chips are so much better than any other barbecue chip I've ever had. Shout out to Trader Joe's. Wait, Trader Joe's, somebody tell them to sponsor me. Can Trader Joe's please put me on one of those cool bags? Nobody buys them after that. Varies in quality so much. I really like their ketchup chips. Their frozen food items are pretty good. I really love their fall items. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump my mic. I really love their fall items. I won't lie. I'm a pumpkin spice girly. I'm like, you know, when September turns around, I turn into one of those like white girlies who just like their whole personality is pumpkin spice. Unfortunately, that becomes me the second, you know, September rolls around. Ketchup chips, yeah, ketchup chips are so good. Can you guys tell I like ketchup? Dude, I consume a stupid amount of ketchup. I'm dead ass. Every time I go to McDonald's, I'll get like a medium fries, right? I tell the guy, I'm like, can you give me like 10 to 15 ketchup packets? Apparently that isn't normal. That I don't consume a normal amount of ketchup. I like douse my fries in ketchup. It's like I consume ketchup with a side of fries. Ketchup or banana ketchup? Banana ketchup's good too, but I only have it with like Filipino food. I only ever seen ketchup chips in the States in Trader Joe's because ketchup chips are apparently a Canadian thing. Like in Canada, they have it. You ever just drink straight up ketchup? Yeah, I have. I'll like suck ketchup out of like those like ketchup. You know when you go to like In-N-Out or like those fast food places, you get like the nice white paper cup of ketchup. I'll like if there's leftover, I'll sip it. Yeah, if you go to Trader Joe's, they have ketchup chips. They have ketchup chips in Trader Joe's. Potato ketchup soup. Wait, why does that actually sound kind of fire? I want potato soup now. How are the snacks from the Asian grocery store? So I went to the Asian, dude, okay. Someone recognized me at the Asian grocery store and it was like the funniest shit ever. So I've seen this person at like Worlds and like other regionals and they've recognized me in the past. So like, I knew who this person was. So they came up to me and like, okay, so I'll tell the whole story. So I was leaving OFFKAI, right? So one of my friends, so I went in a group of four of us, and one of my friends, she had told me her Uber driver, because she was Ubering throughout the weekend, was like, you need to go to this cool Asian grocery store that just opened here in the Bay Area. It's called TNT Supermarket. And before we were leaving OFFKAI, she's like, guys, can we like stop by here? Like, I just want to check it out. So we went in there. It was so crowded, by the way. Asians don't play about our Asian grocery stores. It was a really nice grocery store. So I've seen this shipwreck before. They've recognized me at like other events from my nails. And like I've always said hi to them and all of that. They're really, really nice. Great shipwreck, okay? So then I'm walking around like whoa, Miss Kana Yanagi. Thank you so much for the raid. All the ducks are here. Hello. Welcome in. Hi, Raiders. For those who are new here, hi, my name is Poseidon. I'm the goddess of the seas, earthquakes, and horses, and I'm a VTuber with the VTuber talent agency Mythos. Do you guys like my commander deck? Look how large it is. It's awesome. I wanted to show chat how large my double-sleeved commander deck is. We were just talking about how I got recognized at the Asian grocery store. Yeah, no, it was far from the convention center. I saw on Twitter, yeah. I just love cards. If you got a raid and run, no worries. But I hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you guys for the follows. Have a super stream beside it. Oh, did you go on YouTube too? Thank you for the reader. Why isn't YouTube so good about like redirecting, letting me know? Thank you so much. Have a good day. Wah. Anyways. So I've seen this shipwreck before, right? They've recognized me at the Pokemon events. So I'm like, I was in the, there's like a food area in this grocery store. So there was like a bunch of food you can get paying by the pound, all of that. It's pretty awesome. Like, it was really cool. So I was walking around and I was wearing sunglasses, by the way. I was wearing sunglasses because I was just too lazy to take them off. I was like, I'm not going to switch between my regular glasses and my sunglasses. So I was walking around and I was kind of being a little bit like sporadic because I lost my friends in the store. So I was just like, oh my God, I'm trying to call them. They're not answering. I'm like, oh my God, where are they? So then the corner of my eye, I see someone like staring at me. And I was just like, oh, whatever. They're probably looking at me because I look like stupid in these sunglasses. So then I see them come up to me and I was like, oh. And then I look, because I finally like look at them. I'm like, I know this person. And this person was like Poseidon. I'm like, it was a really fun conversation. I gave him some Poseidon packs. They were so sweet. And it was so funny. Like I said, I've seen this person before. But so it wasn't like, oh, it was just some person. No, like following me. And I asked them, I was like, did you go to OFFKAI? And they're like, actually, I didn't go to OFFKAI. So they were just doing their regular grocery shopping. And they recognized me at the fucking Grecian grocery store. And I was like, how'd you recognize me? And they were like, oh, it's your hair. Because I have dyed hair. I have purple hair. So they were able to recognize me from my hair. Yeah, I do have very dyed hair. I actually am thinking about dyeing my hair back to my OG color because apparently, I don't know if my school really likes dyed hair. It was so fucking funny. Did you visit Sakura Market yet? I did not. I know I didn't really do anything like too much outside of the con. I was invited to like a lot of other things. Like there were mixers and parties and stuff. I actually only ended up going to one of them. But I was told to go to ParkCon. I actually didn't know what it was. And I was like, what the fuck is ParkCon? Is this like another convention? So I guess during the after hours of OFFKAI, there's like a park next door to the convention center where people were just like doing stuff. And I saw a video, people were lighting some stuff on fire. Like, oh. What uni cares about dyed hair? So it's not specifically my university. It's the I guess, department I'm in. Because I'm a business student. So I was kind of advised to like go for a more natural color in my hair. So I'm thinking about dyeing it back. And also because I'm really tired of staining everything. My pillows are stained with dye, my towels, some of my like shirts are. So I'm like, I should go back to a more natural color in my hair. So ParkCon is a tradition carried over from anime, which is also at the SJCC. It's an unofficial gathering there for after-con activities. Oh. Wait, was that where people were doing the feet juice at Fanime? Wait, was that where it took place? Oh, the feet juice originated. Oh my God. Wait, is it true people got sick from that? Was it true people got sick from the feet juice? No, nobody got sick from it. Okay, so that was just lies. That was just rumors. Or at least I didn't get sick. You drank the feet juice! You know what? I if the girl is hot, I think I would also drink her feet juice. Yes, but it wasn't from the feet juice. Wait, where did it go? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. We're talking about feet juice. They had the lettuce. Guys, I passed by the Taylor Farms factory. I don't know. Is it true? I don't know. Taylor Farms said that their lettuce is not the cause of the explosive diarrhea. But I'm also scared because they said that it actually takes like a week or two before the explosive diarrhea virus like gets to you from when you had consumed it. The Taco Bell lettuce. Dude, I was scared. Before OFFKAI, I went to McDonald's and I got like a Big Mac and I had lettuce in it. Again, I just don't learn my lesson. This is the second time this has happened. There was a Pippa cosplayer selling feet horchata. We leveled up from feet juice. We're doing feet horchata now. Wait, horchata sounds so good. Yeah, I saw videos from like the OFFKAI Park Con where people were sorry, brain fart. We're lighting something on fire. The FDA said that after the CEO of Farms met with the president. Take any denial with a grain of salt. What is everything come to? I wonder how the vegans are dealing with everything right now. Is it just lettuce? The fire at the park was because of one of the hot dog gas tanks caught on fire. Wait, was it those people who like do like the street hot dogs with the bacon? Dude, I wanted one of those. I didn't. Someone said they were around the con, but I couldn't find them outside. I was trying to find them for lunch. There was like a little food hall near the convention center, and I ended up getting food from there. It was very mid, but it's okay. The vegan girlies are suffering right now. It's multiple produce products. So you're telling me we shouldn't eat produce for a while? It's like con-goers that were just doing hot dogs in the park. Oh, I heard there was like the little hot dog carts with like the bacon wrapped hot dogs outside. People were saying that. I'm like, I want one so bad. Because I was looking at the con, like refreshments and like food prices, and they were like stupid expensive. Like I shouldn't be paying like $14, $15 for a chicken tenders and fries. Like I feel like that's stupid. And they weren't like nice chicken tenders too. You can tell they were like frozen chicken tenders from the store. My hot dogs were like $5. Hey, that's not that bad. I was trying to get ice cream. The cart I saw was across the street. No! There was a really good coffee spot across the street. 3 for $5. Wait, that's really good. Really good. I should have tried NorCal tacos. I've had SoCal tacos before. SoCal tacos are pretty good. I don't know how different they are. I don't know, NorCal's was really nice. Like the weather, I kept like complimenting the weather, but some of the locals there were like, you should have been here last week. It was like 100 degrees. I'm like, really? Really? Vixen Spartans are good. LA Vixen Spartans are good if you ever come back. I'm actually writing that down for next month because I will be back for Worlds. LA Vix and Spartans. I want really good Mexican food. I should have walked over the OFFKAI Park activities just for that deal. There was a mini heat wave for a little bit. No! No! Interested in idols? There's a tailgate idol event on Sunday. Idol performance and free hot dogs. I really want to get like a 3D model soon. We haven't really started it yet, but I really want to do concerts. I really want to do concerts. I am going to Worlds. I was very fortunate to get in during the first wave, so I was able to go into like, I got like the Chase Center stuff and everything. But right now, so I was supposed to go for all of the days, but I forgot that my school semester started the same week World starts. So I'll see if I'm going to be able to go all the days. I'm going to have to see. It getting stupidly hot up here as well. The last few days have been fine. On average, 80, 90 degrees. You're in a Giants game? So I bought the wrong tickets. I bought the wrong tickets for the Giants game. So I didn't know there had to be like a special ticket. But I actually sold my tickets because there was a scheduling thing. I really wanted the jersey so bad. I wanted the jersey. Also, sorry if you can hear the lawnmowers outside. Yeah, San Jose at night felt so nice. I love cold weather. I like bundling up for like cold weather. So it was just nice to be able to bundle up and like pretend, like role play it's fall. in the middle of July. It was kind of awesome. I don't know, NorCal was really nice. At the end of the trip, I was like, what if I moved here? What if I moved here, guys? What if I just relocated Atlantis to NorCal? But no, it was just so expensive. I actually have a ticket to the Giants game. Oh my god, I wish I could go, but I actually, unfortunately, I'm coming into San Francisco that night. I actually had to move a lot of my travel plans because of school. I forgot that I'm starting university semester that week. It's so expensive. Why is living so expensive? Do you have any friends that you can move in with? Unfortunately, all my friends that lived in NorCal, they don't live in NorCal anymore. They don't live in NorCal anymore. Hi, Poseidon. Again, it was great meeting you, even briefly, since I couldn't make the meet and greet. Thanks for the charm. Yippee! Thank you so much for the 100 bits and also for coming by. Don't Poseidon warning you now, as I have friends there, I'm currently trying to get out of California. Staying where you are now is drastically better than here. It's syllabus week coping. Here's the thing. So my school has this policy where if you don't show up, I don't know, do other schools do this? If you don't show up for the first 2 weeks of classes, you get automatically dropped from the class. So like I can't not miss, you know? Can't miss. It's a common policy. Okay. Yeah, mine didn't do that. Yeah, my school's very strict about it because the wait lists are get stupid long. As a born and raised New Englander from Massachusetts, same here for me. Like the colder the temperature, the better, as long as there's not too much snow. That it literally makes walking on sidewalks outside virtually impossible. I really love the East Coast too. Nice to meet you. I was in the raid from a few moments ago, but I had a sub so I could talk to you. While I'm also talking with my second account, you'll see my main later. Ooh, okay. Actually, they say that they have that policy, but then proceed not to check attendance. I think some professors literally just could not be fucked. They could not be fucked. The time zone change fucked me over, dude. Time zones are the worst. Time zones, like, hella cuck me for my friends. Went to uni, they made us do mandatory attendance at drop week. Yeah. I might visit the East Coast again at some point and hit up Miami. Isn't Miami like the party city in Florida? I want to go to the East Coast during the fall time and experience, I don't know how, like, what word I can use to describe these cities or like towns, but you know, like those towns that give those small town vibes in those movies. I don't know how to describe, like Halloween town vibes. I don't know, where all the trees are orange and yellow and red. I want to experience that. At my old school, they just told us that to scare you into going. Oh my goodness. A middle time zone, so knowing the hour change comes easy to me. I was gonna say, I like your model. It feels like you see Aquaman feel to it. Thank you. Halloween Town? Yeah, Halloween Town's fall. Don't you mean fall weather? Yeah, but fall weather in a very specific setting. Oh God. I want to experience that because fall doesn't really exist here in Atlantis. Like it exists for maybe like 2-3 weeks and then it gets like winter. It's like winter time. Also, can I just say I love my new rigging now. I feel like I'm a lot more expressive. I can just I like the way it moves. I think it's fun. I love the fall. You know, winter used to be my favorite season, and now it's fall. It's fall. I love Halloween. I love November time. I'm happy to get all the Mythos standees. Dude, I was told there was like multiple people buying all of the Mythos standees. Oh my goodness. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I hope we can do more fun like standees like that in the future. Fall season is the best time ever. True. I only got the Aries standee, but I did get your card sleeves. Yay! Have fun sleeving your decks. Hobbies chat for my oh, you put your OFFKAI haul in there. Yeah, I used to love fall, but like this is my season now, you know? Kaiser bought too much. No such thing. Actually, that's not true. Oh my god, this guy, you're so right. This guy bought so much. You oh my god. You bought so much! Why is there so many keychains? There's so many keychains. That's crazy. Oh my god, the Ava keychain. So cute. Oh my god, KR Kaiser, you're insane. You bought all of the standees. Want more stuff, but I spent too much at like 2 boosts. That's so real. It was about 4K. Ah! That's a lot. The things we do for our Oshis. The things we do for our Oshis smiles. That is so much. I love that you sorted them from like by VTuber. That's so cool. That's so cool. I hope next year I get more fan merch. More people selling my stuff. So I had to ask, did y'all know that both Comic-Con and OFFKAI were happening at the same time? Yeah, so like it was funny because throughout like the con, I think there was a point where me and Thor were literally just like chilling in a car, and we were just like screaming about Ryan Gosling being in Ghost Rider again. I just really like Ryan Gosling. I think he's so hot. I just love Project Hail Mary. Ryan Gosling in glasses just like did something to me, you know? It did something to my brain. I'm so excited for him. Me too. I don't know. I have a little bit of hope the MCU will get their shart together. I have a little bit of hope. I'm very excited for Spider-Man. I'm seeing it on Thursday. At like a late night thing. And then I need to buy my Doomsday tickets. I told myself I was going to do it at the end of this week. Because apparently people here in Atlantis are already trying to sell out the showings here. Or at least the early showings. And I'm like, nope! I'm buying a ticket. Like, the hope is alive, just barely. I guess Doomsday, I feel like Doomsday will kind of be what determines it. I don't know. Nothing can top the Endgame Infinity War era for me. After Endgame, minus like a few films, it went DD mega doo-doo. Like, I really like Shang-Chi. I think Eternals was such a good concept. They just, I don't know, didn't do it right. Shang-Chi was good. I liked Guardians Volume 3. Is there a particular outfit you want to see merch of? Anything. Free MCU, way better. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Nick Cage's Ghost Rider were great. I honestly, like, I haven't consumed too much of pre-MCU. Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, that was a good film, too. I didn't really like the Jake Gyllenhaal one, if I'm being honest. I thought that film was just kind of like, Just not a fan of Tom Holland. A lot of people aren't. I actually really like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think for me, it's because he feels like a teenager. Like, as much as I love, like, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, they felt a little old for me. For Peter Parker. So I really enjoyed Tom Holland just being like, you know, it felt like he was an actual like teenager. But now he's kind of getting older, so. Yeah, I actually need to watch Blade. I really need to watch Blade. It's on my list of things I need to watch. I just haven't come around to it. I have not come around to it. You know what I need to go watch? I need to go watch The Odyssey. But I'm trying to hold out because there's like a 40X theater near me. But low-key, after OFFKAI, I'm kind of broke. But I know they won't do 40X Odyssey for too much longer. But I really, really want to see it in 40X. I heard a lot of people that went to go see it in 40X, like, got pretty hurt. They got, like, kind of hurt. Want me to set up a watch log? I'll let you know what my schedule looks like right now. Zendaya, MJ, like, bring in Black Cat or someone as a love interest. Yeah, I don't know. Who's that girl from Stranger Things is in it now? I know her as Max because of Stranger Things. I want to go see Spider-Man, The Odyssey in 40X. Sadie Sink, there we go. Miss Sadie Sink. Yeah, there's like 40X showings not too far from me for The Odyssey. But how much are the tickets? I heard a lot of people got hurt. Like, it hurt their back to watch the film. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. One seat for 40X for the Odyssey. Ah! $35. Oh my goodness. That's expensive. $35. You know what my friends used to do? I told them to stop doing this because like I was like, we probably shouldn't be doing this. My friends used to buy kids tickets to movies. So if it was like 5 of us, someone would buy like 1 adult ticket and the rest 4 kids tickets. No, like 4DX, like 3D, but 4D. So 4DX is like when the seat moves around. It's like a roller coaster. So you're watching the film, and like let's say the film has rain, in the 4DX theater, they have it like raining. Either that or I watch it in IMAX. But like I'm also a brat when it comes to IMAX because I'm like I refuse to watch IMAX unless it's like at an actual like IMAX theater. Like, you know how there's IMAX theaters, but then there's like the IMAX theaters. I want to see movies in the IMAX theaters. Yeah, I've seen 2 films in 40X before. I seen Black Adam, which was like what the Dwayne The Rock Johnson DCU movie. And then I seen Thor Love and Thunder in 40X. Yeah, that movie was a choice. I honestly went to go see it just so I can have the experience. Like, I was just like, I really just want to sit in one of these theaters. So that was like the movie at the time that was in the theaters. And it was fine. Hating on our girl Thor like that. Okay, Thor Love and Thunder was fun. Black Adam was like a weird movie. I actually really liked Thor Love and Thunder. I liked it. I know some people really hate that movie, but I was like, it was fun. I had a decent time watching it. Hey man, there's been other shitty ass MCU movies worse than this. Almost always fall out of my chair in 40X. They need to put seatbelts. Can you imagine like you go to these theaters, like these 40X theaters, there's no seatbelts. I haven't been to a movie theater post-COVID. You know what? That's real. Movie theaters are so expensive now. I just sneak food in. I'm not gonna lie. I have like one of those like mom purses. So I'm like, so me and my friends are like, all right, where do you guys want to eat? Oh, you guys want meal deals from McDonald's? Just shove it in this bag. So I'm that person. I sneak in food to the theater. The Rock cannot act. The Rock is just an interesting guy. Interesting guy. Honestly, I forgot that Moana live action was coming out this month until like I saw like a billboard for it. I'm like, wait, that's still a thing? That's coming out? Apparently it's out already. The marketing for that is kind of bunt. I had no idea. I don't do theaters anymore. There's a Moana live action. Unfortunately, there is. Yeah, that shit like apparently sucked so much ass. I've never heard of 40X theaters. What is that? So it's where the seats move to like the movie. And like what they do is that they have like rain and mist like machines in there, as well as like scent machines. So if like, let's say there's a scene in the movie where they're at the like the beach or like the ocean or something, in 40X theaters they're going to try to put like those scents in the theater, so you try to immerse yourself into it. So the Odyssey has been playing in these 4DX theaters, and you know, if you know the story of the Odyssey, is a lot of war, a lot of fighting, a lot of wild stuff happens. It's a pretty violent story. Or I don't want to say violent story. A lot of violence happens in the story and a lot of fights. So can you imagine just sitting there, just getting rocked around and everything like that? There's no seat belts on these things. I think the first time I went to a 4DX theater, I actually came out with so much back pain. Oh, nice. Thank you for the 9 months. Welcome back. How was your day? Yeah, the Moana live action came out, even though Moana 2 came out like 2 years ago. There's going to be a Moana 3? What? There's a third one? Do you get to smell the blood from the battles? I don't know. I kind of want to go see it, but it's a really expensive experience. Wonka did like the chocolate scents for 4DX. Wait, that's kind of fun. Is the Wonka movie good? Disney's going to keep milking these franchises until they're dry. Listen, okay? My favorite Disney film is Tangled, and they're doing like a Tangled live action. If they fuck this shit up, I'm going to be so upset. Which the likely answer to that is yes, they're probably going to fuck it up. But you can't do my boy Flynn Rider like that. It's part of IMAX? No. Disney needs to stop making live-action remakes. They do, but unfortunately, they make a lot of money. Wait, what does the Moana live-action box office look like? Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, God. Oh, no. It went really bad. They had about a $229.5 million budget, probably closer to 250. First week, so it's like first weekend it did bad. Total domestic total was 102 million. Oh my God, that's bad. That's not even half of what they made or they used for the budget. That's really bad. And it came out, what, 2 weeks ago? Holy shit. Oof. Okay, current numbers. Okay, it's like almost to the budget. Okay, so if we're including international, it's like almost there. But it hasn't even broke even yet. Thank you for the follows. I can't remember. What was the last good live action Disney movie? What was the last good one? I remember in a theater like that, but it sounds like one in 3D theater when I was going to Tennessee. It was more of a ride with 3D shorts and not a movie. Oh, I used to go to like 3D theaters, but they always gave me a headache, so I stopped. The Lion King sold well. I actually haven't seen The Lion King. There was a good Disney live action. Maleficent. I actually liked Maleficent. Beauty and the Beast. If it wasn't, I think it would have been fine if Emma, not Emma Stone. That's not her name. Harry Potter Emma. could sing. It just like pulled me out of the whole musical thing because compared to everyone else, she was like super auto-tuned. Yeah, Emma Watson. Like, here's the thing. I don't think she was that bad of a singer, but I feel like because they auto-tuned her so much, they made her sound worse than maybe how she actually sounded. Yeah, I'm really scared for Tangled because Tangled is like my favorite Disney movie. So if they fuck this one up, I'm gonna be so sad. Especially because I actually really like the cast. Oh, I guess the last one before this was Lilo and Stitch? Lilo and Stitch. Is that a good live action? I keep seeing it on my like Disney Plus. That was really bad. It was really awful. Hot garbage. After the Disney executives are low-key finna sit their dumbass down with the rest of the board and immediately draw a pleasure to write a script for live-action Tangle where the princess is literally bald. What? They killed Jumba's character? Wait, Jumba's so hot, though! Wait, am I thinking about the wrong one? Wait, Jumba... Actually, never mind. No, never mind. Jumba's not hot. Please don't... No. I'm thinking about the other alien dude. Jumba's not hot. I would not kiss Jumba. Gontu, there we go. Gontu's really sexy. Guys, I swear I don't think Jumpa's hot. I was mixing up the characters. I would not be caught kissing Jumba. I'm sorry. I swear. You have Disney Plus. Why? I share an account with my family. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Don't tell Disney I said that. Hey man, whatever you do. No, I don't like Jumba. They fuse their characters. Why? Okay, I don't understand. Why is Disney having such a hard time, like following the original freaking like stories for these animated films into live action? It's to cut corners. What? You know what live action made me really upset? Mulan. Mulan's probably number 2 or number 3 for me in the movies, for like Disney movies. Mulan sucked absolute butt. Like, it was so fucking bad. It was so bad. Did you watch the Snow White one? No. I mean, I'll tell you what I've watched. Okay. I have seen... The latest live action I've seen was The Little Mermaid, which, like, it was... Could we stop putting Aquafina on everything? Could we stop that? Nothing against her, okay? But I feel like during 2023, like 2023, they just be putting her in everything. I watched The Little Mermaid. I've seen Mulan. I've seen both of the Maleficent movies. I've seen Cruella. I actually really liked Cruella. Cruella was, like, not bad. Because, you know what? They kind of had to do an original story for her. It's almost as if Disney does something original and new and have a good team behind it, it's not but. Cruella was so good. Yeah, it was definitely not, okay. The Little Mermaid was definitely not the worst one, but it wasn't the best either. I seen Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, that's about it. Same thing with Zendaya. Zendaya is also in everything. I feel like Zendaya and Tom Holland are in everything now. I feel like they're in everything. Thank you for the follow. Because I know they're all ass. Yeah, they're all not great. Zootopia was original. That's what I watched recently. I watched the second Zootopia recently. It was kind of buns. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little stinky doo doo. The best live action Disney movies were the ones in the 90s and the Disney Channel ones. The Disney Channel movies look kind of hit. You know, I actually tried rewatching Camp Rock recently because, you know, Camp Rock Camp Rock 3 is coming out in like a few weeks. So I was like, let me just try rewatching Camp Rock. That movie was not as good as I remember it to be. I remember as a kid, I'm like, this movie is fucking fire. I want to go to Camp Rock. And then I'm watching it again. I'm like, never mind. Was that the Hear Me Out on Zootopia? I can't remember making that up. So they were Pixar characters. So I was doing Hear Me Out on Doc Hudson from Cars. Gil from Finding Nemo. The grasshopper guy from Bug's Life. I forgot his name already. And then the dad from Onward. Okay, listen. Listen, it's not the fact that Doc Hudson is a car. He's just like old and mature, you know? Like I don't know what it is about Doc Hudson, but like he's like low kind of. I like Gil. I actually think I like Gil from Finding Nemo more than Doc Hudson. There's just something about like the scars, you know? He's just like a jaded man who's he's so hot. You forgot Hooper? Yeah, Hooper. Yeah, apparently that was like the worst one. I was there was some people that like Poseidon. This man just tried to kill like all the insects or whatever during the movie, and I'm like, I can fix him. I can fix Hopper. I can fix him, guys. Type 1 in chat if you think I could fix him. Watch Mulan. They didn't have like any of the music. They removed some of the best parts in the movie, which was the music. Why are we typing 2? Why are we typing 2? Why are we typing 2? I can fix him, I promise. They made a movie called Hoppers. Yeah, that movie was kind of fun. That movie was not a kid's movie though. That shit was actually fucking scary. Hoppers was not a kid's movie. Dude, I tweeted that and there was someone in my comments who was so mad. And I'm like, I never said the movie was bad. I just said it wasn't a kid's movie. There was so many like, there was like a jump scare in there. There was like, just killing, kidnapping. Like, it was like, I don't know if you show that film to kids. You could never fix him. I think I can. I think I can fix Hopper from The Bug's Life. Barbie's not a kid's movie. The newer one, I actually really like that movie. I think I just really like Margot Robbie. Ryan Gosling's a plus. And Simu Liu is pretty sick too. Pretty cool. Margot Robbie's awesome. Dude, she's so hot. Margot Robbie is sexy. She's so cool. I need to go watch, Birds of a Feather? The Harley Quinn movie. I still haven't seen it. Listen, the Suicide Squad, the first one from all those years ago, buns. I was like, oh my god, what a waste. Margot Robbie was great as Harley Quinn, but everybody else, I'm just like, Birds of Prey is terrible. Sorry, Birds of Feather is what I think I said. Harley Quinn movie was great. It was pretty weak too. To watch some 80s kids movies. Oh yeah, no. Older, I feel like movies up until like the 2010s they definitely had a lot of adult jokes in them. You can fix Hopper? I don't know, but hey, you do you. I can fix some guys, I promise. I swear I can. She's a hot Aussie? Yes. Okay, listen. I don't like the wildlife in Australia because they scare the shit out of me, but the people in Australia, I don't think I've ever met an unattractive person from Australia. I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever met an unattractive person that is from Australia. The soft reboot of Suicide Squad is great. Is that the one with John Cena? Is it the one with Polka Dot Man? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was not a kid's. Dude, that movie scared the shit out of me. You know what movie has scared me as a kid? Coraline. Coraline was, holy. I remember watching that in the theaters because my mom was like, oh, it's a kid's movie. I'll just take you this. I was traumatized. My mom was also so scared, but the other mother's hot. You wouldn't fuck her actual mom? You would her the other mother? Wait, I can kind of see it. Coraline is scary, and I saw it as an adult. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Coraline is a horror movie. Her possessiveness adds points. True. Wait, actually, I kind of see the vision. I actually low-key kind of see the vision. The animated Lord of the Rings and Watership Down scared me as a kid. Oh, dude. I think I mentioned on stream before. You know what scared me as a kid? The THX intro. Oh, God. You know, we do need to get to reacting soon, so maybe we can, like, segue into it. But let's, yeah, the THX intro used to scare me as a kid. Yes! Yes, because it was so fucking loud. It was so loud. I get jump scared. I do. Like, this scared me as a kid. Oh, wait, this isn't even the real one, is it? Oh, it's created in Blender. Wait, was it this? Or was it this? Warning, huge... Hold up. Everyone, let's relive trauma together, chat. Oh, God, I'm scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh, my God. Okay, that isn't that bad. The only animated movie that scared you as a kid was where a group of kids got turned into a fish. Wait, what? Oh, I love Miss Juno and Nagi. The greatest sound check of all time. The way they turned that way down for YouTube. This turned my subwoofer into an air conditioner. Yeah, what movie was the one where they turned the kids into fish? You know what movie that scared me as a kid as well? Monster House scared me. Monster House scared the shit out of me. Spirited Away? I was about to say Monster House. Dude, Monster House was really scary. But, like, I watched it again not too long ago, and I was like, wait, this movie was kind of fire. Have you seen James the Giant Peach? No, but I also heard that film is kind of horrifying. I also heard it. Wolfeye, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. So I already has a giant peach. So this is a reach, but I vividly recall being scared of Little Nemo, not finding Nemo. What is Little Nemo? What is that? Oh my goodness. It's an animated movie. You know what I've watched recently that I know people were saying was a really good film back in the day, and I saw it was free on YouTube, so I was like eating dinner. It was like a few weeks ago, and I was like, I'll just put this on. It was the what is it? The Iron Giant, right? Yeah, The Iron Giant. Such a great film. I think it's done by Brad Bird, right? The guy who did Incredibles. By the way, Incredibles, one of the best films of all time. If you haven't seen The Incredibles, which I feel like everybody in this chat should have seen it, but if you haven't, please go watch it. It is such a good movie. Yeah, The Iron Giant was great. I love that film. It was so good. Invader Zim scared you? Yeah, Incredibles 2 was pretty bad. Incredibles 2 was pretty bad. I don't like. I don't even know why they thought that was a good idea. No capes, darling. Yeah, Iron Giant is really a great film. Really good. I like how we're hovering over this. When your crush confesses to you and your alarm doesn't go off. What? My first movie as a kid watching the second Harry Potter movie. Oh yeah, I can see how the Harry Potter movies were kind of scary. I remember being scared of that one scene where Hermione like turned into like a cat. Like her face turned into a cat. Crazy that Brad Bird voiced Edna. Nobody could have voiced Edna better than Brad Bird. Honey, what? Where's my super suit? What? Where's my super suit? That was a prelude to the Cats movie. Was it the musical movie? The cat one? Looked at a fishtail. Wait, we're not talking about the DreamWorks one, right? Like the one where Angelina Jolie played that really hot fish. Don't lie, chat. You would smash that fish from a fishtail, right? Angelina Jolie's fish. You guys wouldn't smash her? Low-key, she is kind of hot. That was the one with what is it? Will Smith and like, oh god, was it Jack Black? Oh, Shark's Tale. There we go. There we go. It was the one where Jack Black was like a shark and he was like role playing to be a whale because he wasn't like a super vicious shark like everybody thought he was. I was scared of the orcs in Lord of the Rings. Oh, dude, what was that one movie that I was also scared of? It was like the Narnia movie. There was like a scene in there that I can't remember what it was, but I remember Disney Channel would play Narnia and I knew the scene would come up and I would always hide behind. Yeah, Fishtail's a different movie. Oh, I appeared on your YouTube Shorts doom scroll. I'm so sorry. Poseidon also appears in my shorts too. Yippee! We're actually going to be restructuring all my shorts and stuff, so we'll see how this goes. I'm not talking about that kind of. Also, I don't like that woman either. Whoa. I don't agree with horror stuff. I've been a little better with horror stuff. There was this one movie, or so apparently there was like a trailer before if you were to watch the Odyssey. So you know how when you go in the movies there's like that set trailers or whatever. So I guess there was like a set of trailers that's supposed to play before the Odyssey. And there was this one trailer that apparently scared everybody. It was like a movie called Other Mommy. And people were saying it kind of had a similar plot to Coraline. But yeah, I watched the trailer for it because it came out on YouTube. There was like one scene in there that I think that scared the shit out of me. I'm not going to rewatch it on stream. One, I think I might get copyrighted. And two, I don't want to relive that. Yeah, the Other Mommy trailer was really freaky. Because here's the thing, right? Imagine you go in the theater. So the trailer starts with just like a mom and daughter just talking. Just like, oh, what do you want for lunch or whatever. And it almost came off as like a commercial. So I think it caught a lot of people off guard. And then the trailer got freaky really quick. I want to watch it on stream, but I don't think we should. I might get like bonked again on YouTube. Get like a warning. So if you want to go see it, it's called Other Mommy trailer. It's a new horror movie coming out soon. She's freaky. Yeah. So basically the whole it's based on a book. It's the same book author as Bird Box, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's about a kid and, you know, there's like another mom in her closet or whatever, like a demon that looks just like her mom that's like, "Oh, I'm the better mom." And it's like Coraline vibes. Cuz you know how like the other mother in Coraline was like trying to spoil her and be like, "I'm the better mom." It's like literally just like that. You know what movie I'm looking forward to as well? Buddy. That's okay, listen, I don't like Too Many Cooks. I feel like Too Many Cooks like really fucking scared me. But Buddy is done by the same creator and it's about like this orange unicorn TV show thing, kind of like Barney, that apparently, I don't know, kills kids. I have no clue. Slaughters them. But I don't know. I just feel like it's an interesting genre where they're trying to make like almost kids films into like horror films. Interesting. It's very interesting. So I might go watch it. It's done by the same producers as like Weapons and stuff, I think. Or was it Backrooms? It looks gory. Yeah, it looks pretty gory. I've been a little bit better about gore. So yeah, mascot gore is all over the place. It is. I'm just interested to see how the Too Many Cooks guy has done it. Yeah, the incidents around the house. It's on my Kindle. I actually installed that book on my Kindle, so I may be reading it very soon. Yeah, these are our selection of videos today. We have a little bit of M&J TV here. We also have like the geographic stuff, and then one with Uncle Roger. So, yeah. Should we start reacting, chat? Should we start reacting? We're behind on the reacts. I actually missed my first upload in months today. I know, crazy. Actually crazy. Fuyo! Alrighty. Hi, YouTube! We are so back with another Cyan React. We're going to be watching M&J TV Complete History and Lore of Pokemon Trainer Red. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about Red. I'm a Gen 4 girly, okay? I haven't really done too much, like, Gen 1 stuff. So this will be fun for us to learn together. Anyways, Complete History and Lore of Pokemon Trainer Red by M&J TV.
Michael here, and in today's video, I will be covering the complete history and lore of the character who is probably the Pokemon universe's most famous Pokemon master. Pokemon Trainer Red.
I would argue Ash, but you know.
First, let's start with the basics. Who is Red? Simply put, Red is the canonical
HESS. I have.
Protagonist of the
I don't know too much about Red though, outside of that.
1 and 3 Kanto games. Those being Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. He is not the protagonist of the Let's Go Kanto games and is in fact a wholly separate character. More on that later. Since Red is the protagonist character, his name is not always Red. His name is whatever the player character decides.
I guess, yeah, Ash. Ash and Red people kind of think are the same person, right? Or like very parallel to each other.
Call him. And his in-game team is whatever the player character decides to use because the player controls the team. The widely agreed upon explanation.
Who the fuck is Jack? I don't know, this guy was Jack for some people, right?
For this is that every save file of a Pokemon game is an alternate universe. So there's endless iterations of the character Red, where he has different names and teams and is sometimes replaced by Leaf, the female character.
We love Leaf in this household. I love her!
From Fire Red and Leaf Green. This is the case for all Pokemon protagonists in the main series. They have default names, which the community widely uses to refer to these characters, but they can actually be named anything, and their teams can be anything. But Red is a special protagonist because he is the only single one that appears in other games besides the one
he is just that iconic. He is the OG, baby.
Stars in. Okay, technically the Black and White protagonist is mentioned in Black 2 and White 2 via the use of the memory link feature, and I also think through just regular gameplay, but the character themselves never actually appears. They are never given an official name. It just uses the name from your old save file, and they don't have an in-game team. You can't battle them, whereas Red is named Red, and you can fight him. Red is special because—
and he is difficult AF.
Because he has an overarching general timeline that spans over the course of many games and generations, not just the games that he is the star of. I'm going to go over his general event timeline.
The lore!
Should I say timelines? In Pokemon Omega—
oh my god, Miss Zinnia! Oh, I love her. Her theme is so good.
Ruby and Alpha Sapphire's Delta episode, a conversation with Zinnia occurs that reveals that there are parallel universes of the Pokemon world. More specifically, it reveals that there are universes where Mega Evolution exists and those where it does not. This implies
The multiverse.
that the original Hoenn games of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald occur in a timeline without Mega Evolution, widely known.
You know, I think it's like interesting to like think of these like different games as just like alternate universes, as opposed to like everything takes place in the same universe. I've never thought of it like that.
As the original timeline. Then their remakes, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, occur in one with Mega Evolution, called the Mega Timeline. This duality of an original timeline and a Mega Timeline was confirmed in the Alola games. Annabelle, the head of the battle tower in the Emerald Battle Frontier, was sucked through a wormhole into the Mega Universe where no such battle tower exists yet. The evil team leaders in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were brought there from universes where their plans succeeded. And the Hoenn team leaders very distinctly
I need to play Ultra
have
Moon
their
copy. I have
original
eventually. I have it. It's just not the time I want to play. I want to go through wormholes, real and true.
Appearances, and do not have Mega Evolutions or Primal Reversions on their teams, meaning they came from alternate versions of the original timeline. How this all relates to Red is that he appears in both original timeline games and Mega Timeline games. So he has more than one timeline. His life follows different series of events. And these differences are not just simply, oh, they're the same, but in one he uses Mega Evolution. They are substantially different.
I didn't even know that!
Story in both timelines. But before I do, I just want to let you know that if you are watching this video on the day it comes out,
I don't think today is April 18th, 2020.
this is the last day ever to pick up my Champion Time merch.
What do you mean just missed it? That was over 6 years ago!
This Galar Champion jersey inspired design is on official Champion brand products that I unlocked on Teespring, and they are super high quality. If you do not buy it today, you will genuinely never have the chance to buy it again. So click the link in
Don't tell me! 2020 was 6 years ago, what the fuck?
Description below, or click the shirts below the video to pick up this really awesome merch design before it's gone in a matter of hours. But now that I've covered that, let's start with Red's story in the original timeline, the one that you're likely more familiar with. 11 years prior to the events of Gens 1 and 3, Red is born. We know he is 11 thanks to the instruction manual for the original Gen 1 games. He grows up alongside his rival, named Blue in all cases where Red appears as a non-protagonist. The two were either rivals in infancy, or they were friends and played
now. What the fuck?
together until one day Blue decided to become a bully. It depends on whether you ask the instruction manual or Professor Oak. One day when Red is 11,
I feel like rivals back then were so fucking mean. And nowadays, like Pokemon rivals, they're like your friends. But beforehand, they were just so like, I'm gonna beat you next time. I'll beat you up. And now they're like, oh, friendo, you want a battle?
11, he is invited to pick a starter Pokemon from Professor Oak. In the Red, Blue, Fire Red, and Leaf Green universes, he selects Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle, then Blue selects the one with the type advantage over Red's. In Yellow, Blue ends up with an Eevee, while Red gets a Pikachu. And then Red's journey begins through the Kanto region on a mission to defeat all of the gym leaders. He first defeats Brock in Pewter City, then Misty in Cerulean City.
Blue was going through a phase.
And then the next 5 gym leaders, those being Lieutenant Surge, Erica, Sabrina, Koga, and Blaine, in whatever order he wants, I'm pretty sure. The only caveat is that he must defeat Koga before Blaine, because beating Koga is required to have Surf, and you have to have Surf to be able to reach Blaine. During these adventures, Red battles Blue on several occasions. Additionally, he takes on the...
It was implied in Oak's early dialogue in Red and Blue Green. We're friends, but Blue/Green got an ego and became a jerk.
Villainous Team Rocket. He fights them in Mount Moon, declines a membership offer on Nugget Bridge, reclaims a stolen item from one in Cerulean City, raids their hideout in Celadon, ousts them from the Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town, and shuts down their takeover of Silphco in Saffron City. Twice during his Team Rocket battles, Red defeats the leader of Team Rocket, Giovanni. once in the hideout and once in Silphco. After the Silphco defeat, Giovanni isn't seen again until Red gets 7 badges, at which point he returns to Viridian City to find Giovanni there as the final gym leader. Upon being defeated,
I didn't grow up with like the Gen 1 stuff, but can you imagine as a kid that being like the plot twist? I can't imagine as a kid just being like, oh, what? I already knew that because I grew up in Gen 4, but damn. I wish I could have been like that.
Giovanni disbands Team Rocket, meaning Red was mostly single-handedly responsible for taking down this entire criminal organization.
Shout out to Red.
Red then traverses
He's like 10 years old, right?
through the victory road and defeats the Elite Four.
Imagine a 10-year-old taking down an entire evil organization.
The Indigo Plateau, only to discover that Blue has become champion just prior to Red arriving. After an epic battle, Red comes out on top, becoming the Kanto Pokemon champion. I should mention there's an alternate version of Red in these Kanto events displayed in Pokemon Origins, which is mostly the same.
I haven't seen Pokemon Origins in a while. We need to rewatch that.
But there are some distinct differences. Number 1, Red starts with Charmander specifically, not any of the other 3 options. Number 2, Red loses to Giovanni and Silphco, then Team Rocket flees of their own accord. Number 3, Red canonically completes the Kanto Pokedex, including catching Mewtwo, whereas Game Red does not necessarily do so. And finally, number 4, Red has a Mega Charizard X. That last part means that Pokemon Origins is its own separate universe version of Red.
As a kid who started in Gen 1, I can't imagine it either. Nobody kept it a secret, so I knew Giovanni was the gym leader and that my rival was after the Elite Four. No! Who spoiled it for you?
Separate from the original timeline, because there are things about it that conflict with the original timeline. First off, Red talks a lot, which is unusual, but secondly, he has a Mega Charizard, and Mega Evolution does not exist in the original timeline. However, there are other reasons why it can't be a part of the Mega timeline either, which I will cover later in the video. But back to the original timeline Game Red, in the Fire Red and Leaf Green version of events, Red then goes on to explore the Sevi Islands, quashing the remaining Team Rocket stragglers, but also assisting Celio and Bill with creating a long-distance trading network between Kanto and Hoenn. And then, he disappears. We don't know at what point exactly he does, but at some point in the 3-year span between the Gen 1 events and the Gen 2 events, Red leaves and doesn't really tell anyone where he's going. He abdicates his position as champion to Lance, and we know he retreats to Mount Silver to train, with no one but his Pokemon at his side. He isn't
going
seen
through a
or
whole
heard from
training
for quite
arc.
some time, with his mother even confirming that she herself hasn't heard anything from him in a while. Then, 3 years after Red becomes the Kanto champion, the events of the Generations 2 and 4 games occur. But we only really care about the events of the Johto games, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, because those are the games where Red appears. These events focus on the Johto protagonist, whose default names are Ethan, Chris, or Lyra, but of course have infinite names for all the various cartridge alternate universes. This character sets out from New Barktown, defeats all the gym leaders and a resurgence.
I want to replay this game so bad.
Team Rocket in Johto, defeats Lance to become the new Pokemon champion, then earns all the Kanto gym badges, resulting in 16 total. Professor Oak then allows the character to explore Mount Silver, a dangerous place packed to the brim with very strong wild Pokemon. On the summit, the Johto protagonist finds Red, now age 14 due to the 3-year time difference, and they begin a battle without exchanging words. Red's team varies slightly depending on whether it's Gen 2 or Gen 4. In both instances, he has a Pikachu and all 3 fully evolved starters, meaning any one of them could be his starter since all versions of Red start with one of these 4. He also has a Snorlax in both Gens 2 and 4, likely one of the two that blocked his path at one point during his Kanto journey. In the Gen 2 games, his final team member is Espeon, potentially the evolved form of the Eevee that he received in Celadon City as a gift. In Gen 4, his final team member is Lapras, likely intended to be the Lapras that he received as a gift while fighting through Silphco to defeat Team Rocket. After the Johto protagonist defeats him, Red once again disappears. but he reappears on the summit for another battle each time the Johto protagonist defeats the Elite Four. Red is then not seen in any mainline Pokemon games again until Black 2 and White 2, which occur several years after the events of Gens 2 and 4.
I need somebody, I know there's probably videos out there because I've seen like the thumbnails and stuff, but like I need to know the Pokemon fucking lore timeline. Or maybe we have seen a video of that. It's like, oh, when does the story technically start? And when do these games like, where do they fall on the timeline?
This
you know?
because Caitlyn ages substantially from her appearances in Gen 4 to Black and White. And then Black 2 and White 2
Caitlyn is
occur
so
2
pretty.
years
I love her black and white design.
after Black and White.
I don't know, the fashion choices in black and white, Picasso peak.
We don't know
Amazing.
exactly how much time has passed, but we know that it's enough time for this seemingly young child to age into an adult, and then 2 years tacked on top of that. One weird thing though is that Red's sprite in Black 2 and White 2 is nearly identical to his sprite in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So he doesn't have any
They just reuse the same sprite.
visible aging like
Espeon and Gold and Silver is actually a nod to the Adventures manga. Oh, excuse me. Where Red had an Eevee that could temporarily evolve into any of the original evolutions before permanently evolving into Espeon. Wait, what? I haven't read the Adventures manga. What? That's so fucking cool.
Caitlyn does.
What
However,
the?
he has to have aged because both him and Caitlyn appear in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So if she got older, so did he. I think the identical sprite situation was just due to the devs deciding not to give him a new one, either due to time constraints or laziness. We do know for sure that he did age though, we just don't know by how much. We can estimate maybe like 6-ish years based on how Caitlyn gets older, but
7, you would say?
we can't know for sure. This older Red has returned to public life and is a participant in the Champions Tournament portion of the Pokemon World Tournament.
Thank you for the
alongside other
follow.
champions, including Blue, Lance, Steven, Wallace, Cynthia, and Alder. While the number of Pokemon he can use changes depending on the battle format, he rotates between the same 6 species of Pokemon that he had in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And that is the last time we see Red in the original timeline, because Black 2 and White 2 were the final 2 original timeline games.
I see.
Well, technically Sword and Shield could be in the original timeline, we just don't know. They don't
wouldn't
have
know.
Mega Evolution, which is a tick in favor of original timeline, but it could also be just because they just choose not to use Mega Evolution there because they have Dynamax as a option they like better. We just have to
Dynamax is pretty sick. I like Dynamax.
wait for more
No Dynamax haters in my chat, please.
info in the expansion
Dynamax is
pass,
so cool.
maybe, in order to figure out where Sword and Shield lie in which timeline. But anyways, that completes Red's journey in the original timeline. But now for his journey in the Mega timeline, and his first appearance in order of game release, not chronologically, is in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Both him and Blue, now
Oh,
grown-ass
yeah, they're in like the little battle tree.
men, have been invited to work as the bosses or battle legends in the Alola Battle Tree. Blue mentions
My
that
God, they look like old.
both himself
Holy
and Red
shit.
were both champions of the Kanto region in our own days, confirming that they no longer hold that position. If the Alola protagonist battles Red before entering the battle tree, he uses the same 6 species of Pokemon that he used in both Heart Gold Soul Silver and Black 2 White 2. As a boss within the tree, he rotates around usage of all those team members except Pikachu, and all 3 Kanto starters may Mega Evolve at some point or another, further confirming that this is a Mega Timeline Red. But here, Red is an adult, at the youngest in his late teens.
Hey, why is he kind of... Why is he kind of like, he aged really well.
What happened
He's just all
prior to
full-blown
him and Blue
adult.
coming to Alola to work at the battle tree, besides him and Blue becoming Kanto champions at some point?
Didn't he just say he was an adult?
implies that events unfolded similarly in the Mega timeline as they did in the original timeline.
Never speaks in the games.
But a pair of games proves that to be not true. Let's go Pikachu, and let's go Eevee. First off, I should mention
shiny hunting simulator game.
That these games are in the Mega timeline because they include Mega Evolution, and despite the different catching and sometimes battle mechanics, they are still mainline.
Dude, I don't think I could ever play these games again. The Let's Go games, I just could not enjoy them as much as other people did. I literally only gave a shit about like the shiny stuff.
Games. Pretty straightforward logic there. Let's go Mega timeline. These games feature events that are extremely
He's in his mid-30s that looks younger.
Similar to the original timeline Kanto events, but with one glaring difference. Red and Blue are not the protagonist and rival.
No.
The protagonist is instead the Let's Go protagonist, whose default name is changed
Red
for
should
the boy.
be anywhere from 23 to 30. Oh, so my age-ish.
Lane for the girl, and the rival is Trace. But these characters are not
Why did I not know their names?
just pseudo redesigns where they wholly replace the original ones, and the original ones seemingly cease to exist, like how Lyra replaced Chris. These are completely separate characters, which we know because Red and Blue appear in Let's Go as NPCs. Blue appears and is interacted with quite a lot, even ending up as the Viridian gym leader like he does in the original timeline. And this Blue has already gone on his journey. Trace even says at one point that in the past, Blue already defeated the Elite Four, which means that, there you go, it aligns with the Alola version of events that Blue is a former champion. Another big piece of information is Blue saying that when he went on his initial journey, Professor Oak hadn't created a Pokedex yet, so he was forced to scribble down map locations on a piece of paper. That info, combined with the fact that the Team Rocket events unfold as the player progresses through Let's Go, means that the creation of the Pokedex coincides with the Team Rocket events. So that means that Red and Blue are older characters in this timeline. They were born 2 to 3 years earlier, and therefore went on their journeys 2 to 3 years earlier. All this boils down to one big revelation. Red did not defeat Team Rocket in the Mega timeline.
What?
The Let's Go protagonist and Trace did. That's why Origins conflicts with both timelines and is its own separate thing.
Oh, what the fuck?
Him having a Mega Charizard means he's not in the original timeline.
The start of my Psy Shrine, dude. I can't wait to see it grow.
Rocket means he's not in the Mega timeline.
Thank you, I feel very honored.
Origins completely separate. Now that we know all this, we can walk through Red's progression of events for the Mega timeline. Red, Blue, and likely Green as well start their Pokemon journeys from Pallet Town. Red picks Bulbasaur, which we know from his final team in Let's Go. Blue picks Charmander, and Green picks Squirtle. Red then goes on his Kanto journey absent of any Team Rocket issues. Down the road, both him and Blue become Kanto champion at some point, but to my knowledge, we don't actually have confirmation of which one was champion first. But it's implied that it happened
just dethroned the other one. Got it.
Blue becomes the champion, and then Red defeats him. It's actually possible that Red was the champion that Trace defeated in order to become the champion, but I honestly don't think this is super likely because Trace says, I defeated the Elite Four and became champion, not I deleted the Elite Four and the champion. Therefore, I think the most likely, not confirmed, progression of events is that Red became champion and then dipped out like he did in the original timeline.
He just said, all right, I got it. Okay, bye.
And rather than filling that role with Lance, they just left it open, so Trace just had to beat the Elite Four. Red then does who knows what until showing up out front of the Pokemon League once the player has defeated at least 6 Master Trainers. His team is noticeably different from any other team he's had, swapping out Blastoise and Charizard for Machamp and Arcanine. His Venusaur goes Mega, thus being his strongest team member, further indicating that Bulbasaur was his starter. Red then continues to periodically battle the player character, reappearing every time they beat the Elite Four, until several years later, once Red and Blue have become adults, they're invited to become the battle masters at the battle tree and move to Alola to do so. Sometime prior to that, Red swapped his Machamp and Arcanine for Charizard and Blastoise, potentially doing some trading with Blue since Blue has both Arcanine and Machamp in the battle tree. And that concludes Red's Mega Timeline story.
That's crazy.
But he makes a few other appearances in spin-off games. First is Pokemon Stadium 2, where he is the final boss of Gym Leader Castle. His teams are almost complete.
Holy shit. He had 3 of the legendary doggos. He had all
different
of
from any team he
them.
has elsewhere, with
What
only
the
Snorlax and
hell?
Espeon being familiar. I personally don't think his or any other character's appearances in the Stadium games should be counted even as remotely canon. His other spin-off
Fair
appearance
enough.
is in
Fair
Pokemon
enough.
Masters, wearing his dope-as-hell Signa suit. He has a reputation here, and his sync pair Pokemon is Charizard. However, this Red is like Origins Red. He conflicts with both the original timeline and the Mega Timeline. In the same way, actually. Masters
Wait,
Red
what?
has a Mega Charizard X, but is also confirmed to be the one to defeat Team Rocket due to Flint mentioning it in the Sync Pair story. Therefore, Masters is again its own offshoot universe, separate from the original and Mega Timelines. So there you have it. That's the
Interesting.
complete history and lore of Pokemon Trainer Red. I hope he makes another appearance in the main series game sometime soon, because it's always fun to see him and learn more about him. Thank you so much
He
for
is
watching,
pretty
and an
cool.
extra special thanks
He's
to my
kind of a cool
patrons over
guy.
at Patreon who are helping support me during a time that is difficult for YouTube ad rates. If you want to help support me in the same way, the link is in the description below. Also, pick up a Champion Time shirt. Today is the last day. If you're watching this on the day it came out, do it or it's gone. All right, that's all I have for now. So until next time, big fans. Gotta catch them all.
Oh my goodness. It's like the MCU, but Pokemon to the PCU. Smell you later. Red, nothing. Blue later, intense sniffing. Oh, you forgot another timeline, the Ash timeline where nobody ages. Interesting. This was interesting. There were things I didn't know about Red that I feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge. Alrighty. Oh, dear God! We're back with Casual Geographic because animals, wildlife. Anyways, why this is the scariest predator of all time. Watch, it's gonna be like the cutest thing ever.
Some animals very clearly got the
You know,
middle
sometimes some of the cutest animals out there are like the most dangerous. Do you know how horrifying and dangerous honey badgers are? But they look so cute.
finger from evolution. This is the portrait of privilege.
What
There
is
is
this?
no animal that's gotten more green lights
Is this Kyrou crocodile?
God than a bulletproof, sawtoothed, predatory sledgehammer with
Why is he so large?
hyperintelligence, parkour prowess, and the ability to cryo sleep like Captain America. Yeah, that menace is alive. Find out if you want to. Brumation's pretty much hibernation for reptiles.
Oh.
Basically a built-in power save
They
mode
just
for
eat.
animals that already don't use much of it. But it means this is an apex predator that can survive a fate with Elsa, cause gators and the like can survive a winter in a frozen pond by turning their metabolism all the way down, where they'll just stick their snout
They could just do that like a switch, or they're just like, oh, let's just turn off the metabolism.
above water and leave the rest under the ice where it's actually warmer until fate decides to defrost them. Mind you, Brumation's not sleep, and gators will move around on days when it's warmer, but it also means this ill-mannered iceberg can probably sense you walking past it, thanks to another superpower we'll get into later. Because you're gonna learn that not only is the mame gecko the most
Oh my
disrespectful
God.
addition to the food
What the fuck is going on in this clip?
it is humanity's greatest predator, and whatever Oppenheimer
Wait.
felt when Hiroshima got hit with a massacre mushroom,
What is
isn't even 1% of the
happening?
regret felt by whoever unleashed an armor-plated equalizer onto Earth. But real quick, I'm gonna be saying crocodiles for most of this video, but a lot of this applies to crocodilians as a
Oh, I like this one. His little snout is so long.
concept. I cannot express how much every part of a crocodile's body is designed to author your obituary, and that includes its walnut-sized brain. Because crocodiles are intelligent on a level that should deeply disturb you. Both mugger crocodiles and American alligators will lure birds in by using sticks and twigs as bait to snatch their souls. That would already be bad enough, without the implication The implication
Without
is
the
that
what?
Satan's Snaggletooth stapler is able to take seasonality into account, since they're aware enough to pull this in the middle of nesting season. They're like Batman with prep time, except they've had 100 million
somebody
years
help
to
the
plot.
bird!
Another revelation is that the dinosaur time left behind will hunt as a pack, with scientists watching a group of crocs swimming in a circle around a shoal of fish, making the circle tighter and tighter until the fish were forced into a bait ball, just for the chompy boys to take turns cutting across the center of the circle to get their share of fish. There's another example where a massive saltwater crocodile scared a pig into running into a lagoon, where it was immediately jumped by two smaller crocs waiting. Now the implication there is somehow the giant salty knew exactly.
Thanks for
what
going live
direction
today.
the
It's my
force would
birthday.
take.
Happy
Crocs have been
birthday.
doing this. It's just as expert Vladimir Dene will tell you, it's incredibly difficult to study an animal that does its damage in the water. Because if you're in the water studying hunting crocodiles, chances are they're also studying you, and their thesis statement is your headstone engravement. Vlad has put in over 3,000 hours of watching crocs,
Vladimir?
and has witnessed things like a stronger, heavier croc driving fish to shore, with smaller, more agile teammates hawking cornered fish. Now you might ask, how do the crocs share their victims? And honestly, that might be more unsettling
Oh,
than
this
how they
one's
love them.
horrifying.
Chris Campbell was a contractor for the Okefenokee Wildlife Reserve, which meant over a decade of watching what a neighbor gator's capable
Holy.
of. One day he showed up to work with 60-something
That's
gators
so
posted
many
up by
of
the boat docks.
them.
What he described were two groups of gators.
Oh
One in
my
the semicircle
God.
formation, driving fish to the shallows and using the boats to corner them, and the other group in the background resting, or more like waiting. Because whenever a gator from the hunting party caught a fish, he'd immediately retire to the waiting group, and one of the waiting crocs would sub in and take his place. This went on for hours, until it got hot enough for them to clock out and go their ways. But when Campbell went back the next morning, like clockwork, the morning
This is
crush
their 9 to 5s.
was still there. Same time, same place, same agenda. That's a level of teamwork and foresight most people aren't willing to accept from a prehistoric snap trap. But your ignorance ain't bliss, in fact it's what sustains them. In many spots in Africa and Australia, people are warned never to get water from the same place more than once.
Of course, it's Africa and Australia. The wildlife in both of those places are horrifying.
And definitely not past twice. It's because crocodiles will memorize patterns and clock your daily routine, and getting too predictable around a professional camper means the croc will take note, just to ambush you the next chance they get. And they'll use very little energy to do it. It's also why studying them is like edging
Well,
death.
girl,
Since
why are you in the
repeatedly and at
water?
best, the croc
Why
notices
are
and
you
avoids
there?
with no
Why do you have no protection? These people have no protection.
regard for your research. And at worst, Senor Snappy studies your habits enough to put a halo around your head. That's a real PhD, which makes a crocodile a gift-wrapped FU to any creature of habit, and why the most dangerous
it's
kind of
sleeping?
croc is actually an investigator. But if you watch this video, you could be the smartest thing missing a spine. You'll still be a living doormat if you don't have the hardware to back it up. And no animal has more disrespectful hardware than a motion-activated bear trap.
Oh, are these seals? Oh. Oh, they sleep with their eyes open? I did not know that.
Virtually every body part has been expressly designed to flatline you. They have the strongest recorded bite force of any animal, at 3,700 pounds per square inch, making its jaw a steel trap.
Are those
capable of
babies?
damage
Oh wait,
on
they're
par
so
with victims of war.
cute.
But maturing's realizing it's the teeth as much as the jaw. Sharks have serrated teeth to slice through prey. Crocs have death cones designed to keep prey in its custody.
Oh my
Meaning if a mother log
God.
bites you have the lowest chance of escape, which gets worse when the croc proceeds to drown you. And with crocs being able to hold their breath for up to 2 hours, trust that you'll pass tense long before he does. The only thing with those teeth
I
is
would
they're
be
great for grabbing,
crying.
useless for chewing.
I don't think I'd ever go into like lake waters or river.
Roll, which leads to the most broken finishing move of any animal, the death roll. But crocs also have the most acidic stomach of any animal and can dissolve bones, horns, and hooves. But they're also bloodbenders with a heart that controls exactly where the blood goes, and a feeding croc will direct blood to its stomach, so the carbon dioxide in it only makes the acid more corrosive. And good luck fighting back when nature made an evolutionary aggro weapon borderline bulletproof. Crocodiles are covered in osteoderms, and armor plating blocks the teeth of other animals from doing damage, which is why there's more than one case of a croc tanking a gunshot, but the nasty work is what you can't see. The scales are said to manipulate water in a way that means a 20-foot problem doesn't make ripples. The osteoderms create countercurrents that cancel out any disturbances made in the water. Basically cloaking technology, but in a steroid reptile. The same osteoderms can store heat for when it gets too cold and then release it when it's too hot, so they also have
wildlife is so cool.
the built-in thermostat. There's one more trick under its
Wildlife
skin,
is so fascinating.
All that time underwater, lactic acid starts to build up in them. But because osteoderms are made of mineralized bones, the minerals will slightly dissolve if the acid gets too high, releasing carbonate and bicarbonate ions that neutralize the acid and raise the pH. Crocs are nature's nepo babies. Evolution gave them every cheat possible.
Of course they did.
Up to 20 feet long and pressing the scales at often over 2,000 pounds, it's not like they needed more handouts. Especially when you realize, except for a tail that stores fat like a camel's hump, Crocs are almost all muscle and look like a snake with legs with Kratos' knives for teeth. That tail is a lot stronger than you think, and the same one that can briefly airlift a plus-size predator would absolutely shatter your leg with a direct hit. But there might not be anything more unsettling than crocodiles having probably the most advanced eyes of any animal. Eyes nature put right at the top of their heads, so snappy lads can
I love the way that one was swimming.
Eyes that have a protective nictating membrane, so even attacking one of their few weaknesses still requires two-factor authentication. Especially since they can retract their eyeballs.
Crazy.
And like dolphins, crocs can rest half their brain at a
Greater
time.
tail is supposedly delicious. I should have had that. Should have had that.
Pride of Steve Irwin.
I want to try gator tail. I just want to try gator.
They're more likely to do that when they're around humans.
I want to eat gator tail.
Of course they do. And that's not even the most broken part of their vision. The fovea is a small part of the retina, but it's where vision is the sharpest, and it's what you use when you focus on a specific word on a page, or play Where's Waldo. And when you move your eyes to look at something, got him, that's you putting the image on your fovea. The problem is, what is a tiny dot for us is the shape of a skid mark in a crocodile. Having a fat fovea means nature's favorite predator can scan an entire shoreline without moving its head. If you still don't follow, get a book.
That
and
is
try to read the entire page
so cool, but so scary at the same time.
The middle finger this creature's existence is, especially since the titanic scale demon has cockroach levels of plot armor. Crocodiles can tank freezing cold, extreme heat, radiation, and can live in waters contaminated with heavy metals.
That is disgusting. Why are the waters that nasty?
Like anthrax, cholera, and the most potent substance on Earth, botulism. They also have negligible senescence, meaning they don't really age the same way most animals do. It doesn't make them immortal, but it does mean that they never really stop growing and can easily pass 100. In fact, right now, there's a croc that's been alive since 1900.
You know, shout out to Henry.
Which means, other than a Greenland shark, I don't think there's another predator that can outlive a croc, and with them being nature's favorite, of course some sick muppet made them resistant to cancer. And many believe it's thanks to their gut, because the gut microbiome is said to be a huge part of your health, and a crocodile's gut community manages to reverse cancer. An experiment found that their gut bacteria put the brakes on cancer and slowed the growth of cancer-causing cells. Basically, it's
that is so cool, actually.
Now I understand why Buddy from Spider-Man crashed out, especially since it turns out alligators and crocodiles can regenerate a lost tail. Crocodilian blood also throws hands with bad bacteria and can dead diseases like salmonella and staph infections. This thing's built like a Dark Souls boss, and the fact that they can survive several acid vibes that get neutralized by a rubber band around the mouth proves.
Look at this crab. This crab has no fucking chance against this croc.
Nature has a sense of irony, but that's a lot better than getting folded by some of the diseases out there. There's some stuff that Satan would second guess. Viewer discretion is advised, and this time, I'm so serious. I'm not being...
He did not want to fuck with that dog.
Dude, if you're queasy and not built for body horror, go here before I ruin your whole day. Your lack of action will be considered consent. I'm just saying. Last chance, you can still go back.
Why would you use this image?
3, 2, happy Halloween. I didn't even curse. I did gag a little.
What?
This is a deer suffering from papilloma virus, and it's usually not harmful unless you value mental health. But it can also cause Lovecraftian rabbits, with those affected seeming to grow tentacles. And if you live in Colorado, you've definitely seen these jackrabbits popping up. And according to this article, the cutaneous quills are caused by the cottontail papilloma virus. This is the worst thing you can see while a mile high.
That's horrible. I'm actually so sad now.
Sometimes it feels like fear is the only thing stories like these are selling, and how that story is told could be the difference between being informed and building a panic bunker expecting the end of the world. That's where ground news comes in. Because if we're talking about a mutant deer with flesh bubbles, for sanity's sake, you better be informed.
Ad
Their
incoming?
website pulls from over 50,000
Ad
sources
incoming?
worldwide to give you context about each source's biases, reliability, and ownership. It allows you to compare how different outlets cover the same story and see where the truth really lies. And with the rabbit story, Ground News shows you over 200 sources and that most of the reporting came from the left or center. If I scroll down, I can see all the articles, and the more sensational headlines that were calling them Frankenrabbits actually came from lower factuality sources. As you can guess, the higher rated outlets were the ones explaining what was going on. The internet's great for showing you things you'd otherwise be blind to, but it's also great for erasing context and mass
Electrical tape can hold their mouth shut? What the heck? That's insane.
Why Ground News takes the mask
He's just like, nope, holds mouth shut.
off of who's really pushing a story to explain the inexplicable, and Ground News was even recognized by the Nobel Peace Center for their efforts in media literacy. If you'd like a guide to navigate random rabbit holes, no, not this one. By now, you already know I partnered with Ground News to get you 40% off the same unlimited access Vantage plan
That's cool.
using. Make sure you go to groundnews.com/casualgeo or scan the QR code on screen to subscribe for only $5 a month. So hopefully I will never have to
Hey,
look at
that's
that
pretty
again.
good.
But you'll never see a croc with something like that. It just wasn't enough. Nature gave an overachieving iguana the most broken build on the planet. Their abilities would get them banned in any game. Like I said, a crocodile on a stakeout can hold its breath for hours, and alligators can survive a 5-month cold plunge. Low metabolism means they live on power save mode, and it's also why a crocodile can go up to 2 years without eating. God bless the bloke.
What the
It
heck?
means crocodiles can wait out the times that would surely wipe out anything else, and now you see how an aggressive snout managed to reject the same death that found the dinosaurs. Crocs have been around since Saturn was single and still waiting on a ring, and the fact that they can just suspend animation by putting their life on layaway just proves that they really are the teacher's pet of evolution. Also, crocodiles are more than capable of running fast enough to catch you off guard. or at least a
Holy, I
Cuban
would not
croc
want to
would.
get
This is the
chased
one
by
time
this
wish you
thing.
were AI. And
I
whoever said you
could
should run away from
not.
one in a zigzag is
Hence
guilty
why
of
Steve
attempted
Irwin
murder.
was
That
able
is a
to
myth.
wrestle a giant 10-foot plus croc by holding their mouths closed. Holy shit.
That only ups the chance that you trip. And
They're
go out
so
like a horror
fast,
movie. You could
too.
climb a tree, except they can do that too, because honestly, why not? They do everything else. And not only do they climb trees, according to scientists, they do it regularly, with them finding grown adults 10 feet in the trees and juveniles as high as 30. School taught you to be afraid of quicksand and giant Venus flytraps, yet somehow a drop gator was an unmentioned possibility. They can also climb fences of every kind. And again, you already
With
know where this
barbed
is taken.
wire?
This is flagrantly Floridian. I think now's a good time to mention crocodiles are more related to birds than to a turtle, snake, or a lizard. Meaning,
That's insane.
we just
I did not
barely
know
missed
that.
out on this freak being
Look,
able
he's
to
just
fly.
trying to climb back
Flightlessness
home.
aside, another thing they can't do well is see underwater. Their aquavision is actually kind of mid. We're this far into this video and we finally found a weakness. But don't get too excited, because nature overcompensated with something outrageous.
I don't like how their
Those
eyes are
pits
all
seasoning a
black.
crocodile are pressure sensors.
Really
It's how
scary.
the ultimate predator can clock the smallest vibrations in the water. It completely erases their lack of water vision. In fact, you could hog tie a croc blindfolded, throw it into a pool, and let a leaky faucet drip on a complete opposite side. The croc will still know exactly where the water's coming from, while you won't know where he is until you wake up at a Tupac concert. And when murkiness brings the water's visibility to zero, they'll T-pose, spreading their legs and fingers to maximize
not
an
the
already broken
T-posing in the
ability. Speaking of fingers, their jaws are more sensitive than yours. A dinosaur beast breathing like a nosegay, but let the croc tell it. That's the only demon that's slaying. And I don't know if I said this already, but let's not just walk past the fact that they can regenerate their tails like a starfish's arm. But the thing is, bears are berserker builds on steroids. Cats are four-legged fur ninjas, and orcas are the most cerebral serial murkers on the planet. What is it
True.
about this semi-aquatic bioweapon
I
that
am
makes
the
me
source.
confidently call them the scariest predator on Earth? Oh, simple. They're a predator's predator. Is there a single predator that generates more anxiety in other predators? Even cheetahs aren't fast enough to cheat death in the hit range of the reptile. And the king of the jungle gets a severe vibe check when they're out of their element. Not to mention, crocodiles will savage sharks to the point where many believe bull sharks actively avoid them. The crocodile is the worst kind of predator, one with zero prejudice, which makes them a massive threat to the most successful predator of all time. Here's the thing, when a lion, tiger, or bear becomes a man-eater, it usually means something's wrong and they can't hunt their normal prey. Polar bears and Komodo dragons are famously less picky, but their home base is
I do not want to fuck with a polar bear. If you see a polar bear, you're just dead. That's just GG's. You kiss life goodbye.
so remote that most people will never have to worry about them. Not only do crocodiles practice the worst kind of equality, they're basically everywhere. It's not that they actively go after humans, just that they genuinely don't care, which is why it's the crocodile that turns more humans into hashtags than any other large predator by a lot, and considering how and where they do it, that number could easily be higher. Even if you don't get killed by a crocodile, there's plenty of psychological damage that comes from being targeted by one. In 2003, 2 Australian teenagers spent 22 hours trapped in a tree while being stalked by a 13-foot crocodile below.
I would have cried.
The two keeping each other awake so they wouldn't fall in. To make it even worse, thanks to a flood, the waters kept rising, and the croc seemed to taunt the two by showing off the body of the third friend it had already caught. The two would be saved, but only by helicopter, because really, what else can you do in that situation? Well, they didn't get it as bad as Ryan. The New Zealander also got stalked by a croc almost as big as the 20-foot kayak he was traveling in, and held captive on Governor Island, where the predator repeatedly made his presence known. 2 weeks with limited food and water, and a 20-foot undertaker that would chase him every time he tried to leave, and Ryan was hanging on by only a thread by the time he was rescued. That's the horror of being hunted by the greatest sit-and-wait predator of all time. Cause time is their greatest resource. You'll never have more of it than they do. And the fact that the big ones can go a year or more between meals and do their dirty work in murky water makes a man-eating crocodile the most difficult kind to deal with. Gustav was a Nile crocodile believed to be 20 feet long and well over 2,000 pounds. Believed because despite allegedly putting 300 people in past tense and being repeatedly shot, the serial killer croc was never officially caught. And despite reports of
he is still out there.
his death, because he was believed to have hatched in the 50s, there's a small but legitimate chance he's still out there.
I think he's still out there.
For someone to wander close enough to
I think he is.
Prey. You never see them until it's too late, and once you do, you might not see them for another year. It's a self-cloaking carnivorous convict that the land before time left behind. This is the scariest predator on Earth. But of course, it's just an animal doing what comes naturally. They're not evil, just forged by millions of years of character development and mass extinctions. It's not hard to see why Steve Irwin wrote so hard for them, and I wouldn't be doing Khaki Jesus justice if I
shout out to Steve Irwin.
Now, with them it's respect, and a very healthy fear, because moral of the story, always beware the old man in a game where men die young. And you always beware the landlord of Croc Country, because you'll never know when rent's due.
Holy moly. This is another reason for me not to move to Florida. Another reason for me not to go there. All they need is wings and we have dragons. True, I hope one day, and probably not in our lifetime, that they grow wings. About 5 years ago, a woman in my town went missing near a bike path I used to ride on to get to work. She was walking her dog, and the only trace they found of her was a broken leash on the side of the filled canal. Animal control found 3 gators in it. Her remains were never recovered. Holy shit. I have plenty of reasons already not to go there. While crocodilians are famous for how much they take care of their young, it's not out of love, it's pure instinct. Scientists mapped the crocodilian brain and found that crocodiles actually lack the parts of a brain necessary to develop complex feelings, including love. They're just doing it just because they feel like they have to. Fun fact in Magic's Amocut world, dragons are in fact crocodilians. Wait, that's really cool. What the heck? We got another casual geographic video. Why do these fish belong in a horror movie more than sharks? I actually don't know what this could be. So we're going to be watching Casual Geographic, why these fish belong in a horror movie more than sharks. Oh, look how cute they are! Oh!
You know, the greatest trick Hollywood ever pulled was convincing the world that sharks are the only things to fear in the water. There be monsters. In the last video, we talked about how sharks might just be the most misunderstood creatures in nature.
I think they are.
With a PR team that works about as hard as a whiteout's brain after 6 rounds of CTE. They've been done so dirty, they've actually overshadowed the other ichthyological insanity spawned from Satan's septic tank.
Oh.
These are 7 fish that should honestly terrify you more than any shark. This isn't really to substitute one fear for another, but
what the fuck? I'm not responsible for
I
this.
do think these fish could make a much more traumatizing, nightmare-inducing horror flick than Jaws, and it starts right here. Those eyes belong to a pair of arapaimas, also known as a pirarucu.
Arapaimas.
You've definitely seen them before. Does this video ring a bell? It definitely
Why
rang
would you
his.
do
It's one of the
that?
biggest freshwater middle fingers
This guy is stupid as fuck. Why would he do that?
nature forgot to vault, usually growing to over 6 feet long and 200 something pounds. It's bad enough those are NBA point guard measurements, but the beefiest ones can get to 10 feet in length and weigh over 400 pounds. This Jurassic roid guppy usually eats other fish to go with fruits and seeds, but also birds and allegedly even monkeys sitting on branches too close to water. And if you don't believe that, it's because you haven't seen them hunt. They're explosively quick, and the aquatic black hole has been known to confuse feet for fish and violently pull people underwater. One zookeeper reportedly made the mistake of trying to retrieve a glove that had fallen into an arapaima pool, and in a split second got his hand, wrist, and several fingers broken. There's also the fact that a refrigerator-sized fish will yeet themselves out of water in self-defense. And let's talk about that defense. The plus-size biche is covered in heavily armored scales, not only tough enough to tank piranha attacks, locals historically use them as nail files. They've also used their tongues as scrapers, since these fish have teeth growing out of a bony tongue that can be used to effectively crush struggling prey against the roof of their mouths. You know nature got in its bag when it made a fish that can breathe air, and the Antichrist of the Amazon has a modified swim bladder that was repurposed as lungs, meaning this flex of a fish can survive 24 hours out of water. On one hand,
I'm good, brother.
and that means they have to come up for air every 20 minutes or suffer the eternal shame of being a fish that finds a way to drown. But it also
That would be kind of funny.
works out for them because in low oxygen water where most fish become slow and sluggish, the air merchant menace can pretty much go on a killing streak. Now the question is, could an arapaima pack up a person? While there's no indication they see us as a snack, there are old stories of high-strung assault guppies effectively drowning people, likely by knocking them unconscious and leaving them incapacitated underwater. Not him, he's fine. You can unclench guidelines, he's good. But one man that almost wasn't was Jeremy Wade. He probably needs no introduction, but long story short, he's a zoologist who hosted the show River Monsters, which ended, but only because he caught every fish nature had to offer. But he almost caught an early life retirement after a pissed off paima struck him square in the chest and nearly caused irreversible damage to his heart. Not only did this fish nearly have us singing, the suspect wasn't more than 90 pounds. Remember, the overachievers can press the scales at 400 or, 180 kilograms worth of kill a man. So yeah, the arapaima is a shack-sized, air-breathing, armor-plated predatory vacuum, and strangely enough, it's not the fish I'm most scared of in the Amazon. But we'll get to that. The piranha.
I actually think they're kind of cute. I think piranhas are kind of cute. I also think they might be a little misunderstood. They're just hungry little guys.
Actually isn't. If
They're
you
just
remember
hungry
from an
little
earlier video,
dudes.
piranhas might be just as misunderstood as sharks. They're mostly
I agree.
just scavenging opportunists that our childhoods convinced us were way more of an issue. You cannot say the
I
same
don't think those movies really help.
for their cousins found in the Congo basin of Central Africa. The Goliath tigerfish can grow to nearly 5 feet long, over 100
Okay, I don't really know if I like this guy.
pounds, and they're what people were told piranhas are times 10. They're in the same order, but where piranhas are primarily a swimming cleanup crew, tigerfish actively hunt for their bodies. And you'll find out, nature built this prehistoric problem to do exactly that. They have sharp dagger-like teeth that many swear are comparable to that of a great white. Although I personally see them as more conical, like a crocodile, which is a coincidence since the saltwater variety are their only natural predators. But of course, the swimming expletive has also been known to murk smaller crocs. They have eerily strong eyesight to track prey, special organs to detect the vibrations they make underwater, and they're strong enough to brute force their way through the turbulent waters of their hunting grounds. They're considered one of the toughest freshwater fish time left behind, and tigerfish are even on
Wait, that's kind of funny. Wait. That's kind of funny.
record snatching birds out of the air. Not just birds, but swallows, some of the fastest and most maneuverable out there. Scientists studying them watched as 300 birds got permanently grounded by tigerfish in just over 2 weeks. They're so feared that in many places they're only known by one name, Benga, meaning the dangerous fish. There's even a story of a young girl wearing a belt
Banga?
made
Banga? Is the M
out
silent?
of bottle caps
I
in
don't
order
know.
to ward off
This
evil
picture is taking me out. This guy. I don't know why this picture is so funny to me. This guy is just just like, oh, okay, hurry up, take the picture. Okay, after this, tell me when you're done taking the picture.
spirits. Ironically, it did the exact opposite and attracted a
Why is
tigerfish
it
who
moving
apparently
like
confused
that?
the bottle caps for fish scales and nearly bisected the girl. allegedly. It's an extremely fast, explosive vice grip with almost zero prey prejudice. And I'd still rather take a bite from them than the fish up next. And that's cause next is the candiru. And a lot of y'all already know what road we're going down. The candiru is a tiny parasite in the Amazon, also nicknamed the vampire fish.
Everything, the Amazon, I don't know, I'm scared.
For their habit of
Chat is, oh god, should I buckle up for this
invading the
one?
gills of larger fish and scraping the insides to feed off their blood.
That is fucking disgusting.
And with backward-facing spines and a powerful bite, it's nearly impossible to shake it off before it completes its liquid transaction. The horror comes from the legend of candiru being attracted to the chemicals in urine and swimming up the urethra of unlucky humans and getting stuck up there. A fate that takes surgery to reverse. Imagine a serrated, sentient toothpick in your bathing suit business and you'll see why the violation with gills is so.
I'm like, oh god. Oh, I don't want to think about that. I'm feeling a little feeling a little queasy. That's disgusting.
Feared. How much of this is even real? Most of the reports
I am not
of people
responsible for
getting
this
penetrated by
one.
fish are
Don't
really
point
sus at best.
fingers at
Apparently,
me.
they're not even attracted to the ammonia in human urine in the first place. There's a good chance that the candiru controversy came from European settlers coming home from long expeditions and telling these long, exaggerated stories to anyone who'd listen for status and attention. Yeah, but basically they were probably lying for clout. You have to remember, the whole piranha skinning a cow thing spawned from locals staging an event to impress the president. The truth is, your chances of peeing in the Amazon and getting frontal probed by a fish are about as much as you getting meal prepped by a shark or getting
Don't be in the Amazon.
struck by lightning. Oh, my bad. And getting struck by lightning. That being said, I'd rather get tag teamed by the pets of Poseidon and the forces of Zeus than have a bloodlust.
Fair enough. I get it.
Up my urethra, no Franklin. If the odds ain't zero, they're just too high for me. But I'll happily take a candiru to the mandiru, then run into
Being scared of that little guy is so real.
aquatic op number 4. In fact, I'm so afraid of it, I actually had to break my own rule for this video. The Humboldt squid obviously isn't a fish, but it's the closest thing to a living nightmare on this
He's so cool. Squids are so cool.
list. Let's be clear, at 5 feet, about 100 pounds, there are bigger squid. What sets Humboldts apart is they can hunt in packs of over 1,000. Yeah, that's 3 zeros like a Tony Snell stat line. Nicknamed Diablo Rojo, there are old fisherman tales of men falling overboard, getting swarmed, and never coming back up. There's also stories of them curiously approaching divers before flipping and trying to rip their masks off. But who needs stories when marine biologist Alex Kirstich can tell you about the time several homicidal squids grabbed him and attempted to drag him down into the dark maw of the abyss.
Oh my
gosh. It gets worse when you
gosh.
realize what exactly happens when a red devil decides to take you to hell.
Hey. The squid did nothing wrong. The squid did nothing wrong.
Humboldts aren't just highly intelligent, they're covered in tiny red chromatophores that they can use to rapidly change color in order to communicate with each other. It's like Morse code but for crippin' calamari. We don't know exactly what it means, but there's a good chance if a Humboldt confronts you and starts violently flashing red, it could be telling a bunch of others you can't see that you're free eats. So likely the last thing you'll see is pulsing red before you get eaten alive. It doesn't help that satanic cephalopods are known for speed eating and are notorious for stripping fish to the bones faster than fishermen can reel them. Add a beak that can easily slice flesh and a bite force that can reportedly crack bone, and I think you see why I'm not exaggerating when I say I'll deal with every other fish on this list than a pack of predatory color coordinating squid. And I don't care
They did nothing wrong.
what logic says. There's no doubt in my mind this squid would eat a human if they thought they could. Why? Humboldt squid only live about a year. That rapid growth in a short time means they'll rarely pass
That's
up
so
an easy
short.
meal, even if it's their own kind. Humboldts are highly cannibalistic, and they will not hesitate to turn on a weak or injured member of their own hunting party. There was a study done off the coast of Chile that found that out of over 2,000 squid, more than half held the remains of their own kind in their stomachs. It sounds to me that anything they see as weaker than them is something they can feed off, and the only saving grace for us is they usually only press things smaller than they are. But you don't even have to be seen as food for affiliated squids to be a problem. Like a true xenophobic, they
These are
react
so
to most things they
cool,
don't
though.
understand with aggression, and they've even attacked cameras and equipment and left them out of order. But to me, the most disturbing aspect of getting assaulted by squids is, even if you escape, if you panic and surface too fast, you can get the bends and past tense anyway. That type of psychological horror is what puts the Humboldt here, and wouldn't you know, emotional damage is another symptom.
I kind of get it.
And we're finding out about the next fish, because now we got the stonefish. Not one of, but the most venomous fish known to man. It's armed with verrucotoxin, and symptoms of getting stung include crippling pain, shock, tissue death, and even paralysis. And speaking of pain, you can be in agony for over 12 hours. And it's enough of an eternal jihad to cause hallucinations. Anecdotally, there have been tourists who've stepped on a stonefish.
Oh my god, look at that foot. It's swelling so much.
Only to beg their doctors to chop off the whole foot. Then there's the added threat of, if you don't get out of the water quick enough, it won't even be the venom. You can get paralyzed and catch a stage fatality to drowning. Even if you survive, you can still suffer permanent nerve damage and severe muscle atrophy.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't know if I like that. Manifestation of a dick move. The most venomous animals on the planet usually dress with bright colors to warn the rest of the population that they're packing. Stonefish decided to do exactly none of that, and instead
you just camouflage into everything else.
Only to mortally punish you for its camouflage working. Like I said, it's like having invisibility, but also serving the death penalty every time someone steps on your foot. Then you gotta add the fact that there are another fish that can survive 24 hours out of the water, and they have a literal switchblade growing out of their forehead. Yeah, I knew they were a problem ever since one nearly perma-napped Nigel Thornberry. A stone-cloaking toxic minefield of misery. But with stonefish antivenom being the second most administered in Australia, today if you get stung, your chances of surviving are actually pretty good. Not like the next fish, because for this one, there is no antidote. The stonefish might be the most venomous fish, but the pufferfish is arguably the most poisonous thing alive. Quick rule.
Gosh, I think pufferfish are cool. But they are, and they're like funny looking, but they are very, very dangerous.
The thumb on the difference, if it bites you and you die, it's venomous. If you bite it and you become a wuzz, it's poisonous. And few things are more poisonous than puffer tetrodotoxin, which is 1,200 times more of a death sentence than cyanide.
When I die,
tetrodotoxin interferes with signals between nerves and muscles, causing muscle paralysis and a total shutdown. And of course, the fugu blowfish is considered a delicacy.
You have to get like a license to be able to prepare these guys to eat. Like, you can't just randomly get a pufferfish and eat it. Like, most of it is poisonous. There's very little parts of the actual fish that you can eat that you won't die from. But you have to go to, I think, years of school and to get a license to be able to prepare these correctly for consumption.
And if the chef misses a single cut, even by a little, you're instantly
Miss Odin, I don't know if you know this, but you sold a lot of standees this weekend at OFFKAI.
The block. You won't know that happened until your face goes numb and your lips and tongue get this weird prickling feeling.
Holy shit. You did? Yes, you did.
You suddenly get a splitting headache and dizziness to go at vomiting and diarrhea as your body desperately tries to purge the poison. But it's already too late and you'd start getting paralyzed, starting with the hands and feet, but slowly spreading out. And by this point, you likely can't even call for help. Finally,
you're just dead.
It get harder and harder to breathe until you notice the room slowly fade to black, leading to either a coma, seizure, or just death. The permanent kind. Tetrodotoxin essentially flips a kill switch in your body, and there is no antidote. The only treatment is hooking you up to a respirator to breathe for you and praying it passes. The poison puffball is such a problem, it makes you forget they also have teeth that can bite clean through your finger. In fact, it's more than enough to violate a scorpion. And I don't even know how to describe what they do to crabs. Turning crustacean into crustacean with a smile, no less. It's criminal. There is nothing funny about getting caught in that bite, with reports of pufferfish mutilating the genitals of men, and one case in 2008 where a Cambodian child had his coin purse sliced in half by a pufferfish. And unlike the kangaroo, this ain't a myth. Have your privates out by a puffer and you might just get... So that's 6 of...
Not the pufferfish eating the carrot. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
The sinister 7, but before we get to the last one, we got honorable mentions. The fact that there's a fish that weaponized electricity enough to decommission a caiman and we just accept that is kinda crazy. And the thing is, it might not even be the voltage, but it's getting knocked out in shallow water that'll get you. Swordfish are one of the fastest things in the sea. They also have a built-in melee weapon equipped capable of inflicting life-altering harm. In 2015, a Hawaiian man was fatally struck in the chest while trying to catch one. Another man in Malaysia
Lord.
bled to death after a swordfish yeeted itself out of the water and also RNG'd him in the
Swordfish
chest.
are very yummy though. I've had swordfish in Japan. It just tastes like tuna to me.
Swordfish are also on record shanking sharks and even bleeding out sea turtles. The sheep's head fish. Really only because of that mouth. Shrimpophobics began.
Yeah, what the fuck is that
Titan
mouth?
triggerfish is a highly
What
aggressive
the
honey
fuck?
badger with gills, capable of dishing out severe injuries with the same teeth they use for crunching coral, sea urchins, and even
You
the
look
crown
so
of thorns
funny,
starfish.
though.
The trigger might as well be named after their temper, and this 1.5-foot vibe check is a big reason why beginner divers never go back in the water. Speaking of big, the Goliath grouper. At 8 feet up to 800 pounds, the fish the size of a small car feels more like a leftover Jurassic Park.
Yoink.
Lucky for us, most divers describe it
Yoink.
as a gentle giant with the temperament of a Saint
Yoink.
Bernard. Although a Saint Bernard didn't allegedly swallow an entire kid in the Florida Keys. Allegedly. But since we're on the subject, the last fish on this list are catfish. And yeah, that's kind of cheating. There's over 3,000 species of catfish, even including the genital jihad, the candiru. Catfish are like the trash compactors of the fish family, which isn't a problem until you see just how big they can really get. And once a catfish gets big enough, there aren't a lot of things alive they won't try to eat. We've seen
Fair.
armadillos, turtles, and even unaware seagulls get vored by a catfish. There's a species in France that figured out how to stalk and hunt bathing city pigeons. Another learned to wait by cave entrances to suck up any exhausted bats that fall in. There was even a catfish nicknamed Kuno the Killer who terrorized a German lake and somehow caught and ate someone's dog. Basically, they're all the shit I've talked about pelicans being, just in fish form. The question is, if a catfish has ever eaten a live human, and it isn't even if they would, but if they could. The Wells catfish can grow to 10 feet long and cap out at 300 pounds. The Mekong catfish can also get to 10
Catfish are very yummy though. They're so
feet,
good.
and the heaviest one ever recorded was pushing 650 pounds. If there's a catfish that could stomach a human, it should be one of these, but there's a slightly smaller catfish that was believed to be a legit man-eater. In the late 90s and early 2000s, a series of fatal attacks on people in the Kali River had people convinced there was something in the water hunting humans.
That's
In
almost
these
as fat
attacks,
as
victims
me.
were
No, Chad,
suddenly pulled
no.
underwater in front of people, only for their bodies to never be recovered. In 2007,
man.
Abdul Kumar was swimming with friends when he was violently dragged underwater, and while he was never seen again, friends caught a glimpse of something that they could only describe as an elongated pig. Crocs and bull sharks were considered, but the prime suspect ended up being the goonch. At about
The
over 6 feet, 200 pounds, the goonch is usually smaller than the whales.
Not
and
the
Mekong, but it's
goonch.
feared that the practice of burning funeral
Not the
pyres by the
goonch.
river led to the equal opportunists developing a taste for human flesh.
Yum.
While it's a stretch to say a corpse-happy catfish could swallow an adult, it becomes a little less believable with children. There's no solid proof of a catfish catching a person, but they for sure can off one. The biggest ones can easily overpower you, if not just knock you out and drown
They're just
you.
big
Not to mention a
guys.
majority are venomous, with those spines putting both experienced fishermen and oblivious bystanders in the hospital. They also have a nasty sandpaper-like bite that can easily draw blood. But what really makes them a living horror movie is their intelligence. The ones packing up pigeons, they weren't always doing that, but they pretty much ate everything else around them and were forced to adjust. So it's anyone's guess what could happen if they gain a taste for humans. And with catfish being swimming tongues with over 175,000 taste buds across their bodies, yeah, I doubt acquiring taste takes long. But yeah, that's gonna do it for
nobody
this video.
do
Make
that.
sure you
Nobody
drink water,
contribute to
hug
that,
your
please
mother.
and thank
Try not
you.
to get catfished out here. If you'd like to see me swim with slightly less freaky fish, the full GoPro footage of me in Hawaii will be uploaded to my Patreon.
That's pretty
And
cool.
with that last second self-promo out the way, I'ma see
That's
y'all
really cool.
in the next one.
Oh,
You blowing her bubbles?
oh. Very wholesome moment. All right, gamers, we have one more. We have one more video to watch today. Uncle Roger found the worst pad thai. Pad thai is probably my favorite Thai food ever. Every time I go to a Thai food restaurant, always shrimp pad thai. If they don't have shrimp, I'll go for either pork or beef. So, Rachel Ray does not have a very good track record with pad thai, or not Asian food. Sorry, Asian food. She does not have a good Asian food track record. Taking bets on if the YouTube side survives this one. Lamau. Anyways, Uncle Roger found the worst pad thai.
The soggy noodle.
Rice noodles
Oh, she's doing this in her home kitchen.
Ew! Oh!
to our pan.
Oh
The
no.
ratio of noodle.
There's like 30% noodles, 70% everything else.
Chicken. Do we have to finish watching this? Niece and nephew, Uncle Roger starting additional channel called Uncle Roger Short. It all gonna be TikTok style vertical video, just 60-second long. Perfect if you got ADHD.
Hey,
If
the shorts game is pretty good right now. You get 2 noodles per pound of chicken.
your brain too weak to concentrate on 12-minute video on this channel, go subscribe to that channel. But why so weak? So weak. Just kidding. Everyone should go subscribe because all video on there gonna be different from video on this channel. Link in description. Go subscribe now.
Today we're doing chicken pad thai. This is one package, about 1 pound to 1.25 pounds of chicken breast.
What? Holy shit!
I think
that
they
much
use chicken thigh.
Is she cooking pad thai for her whole village?
That is a lot of chicken.
She cooking the whole cask of chicken run.
And the tenders. The breast meat is horizontally cut apart and then cut into thin strips. The salt in the dish is fish sauce.
Correct.
Okay.
Put about a tablespoon in our bowl. 1.5 tablespoons each of
I love how
lightly
she's doing this just in her house. Is this like a YouTube video?
dark soy.
No. Pad Thai, no soy sauce. Only seasoning you need in Pad Thai is fish sauce, tamarind, sugar. Maybe vinegar. Just because something Asian don't mean you need soy sauce.
True.
You can also substitute 3 tablespoons total of soy sauce, low sodium soy sauce, liquid amino or tamari. What?
Huh?
Liquid no soy sauce wrong. Don't substitute wrong thing for more wrong thing. Liquid amino tamari. She sounds so impassive but so wrong.
3 tablespoons of pourable light brown sugar. 1.
Where is her certification? Where is her certification to do all of this?
No, so much sugar. Are you making dessert or something? It's like she baking cake.
my
and who
God.
counting tablespoon in second? 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoon, 3 tablespoon.
Our secret special ingredient.
Oh, secret. What is this?
That's how I bought this.
Tamarind paste is not a secret ingredient in pad thai.
And it
what the
lasts a
hell?
really long time. A little goes a long way. Tamarind.
Tamarind. Tamarind, correct?
not
but
secret.
Tamarind not secret.
That's
you can
what
get
I'm
it anywhere.
saying.
It's not like you need to get it from dark web. This
Yeah,
tamarind,
that was probably
not
closer to 4 to 5 tablespoons of sugar, if you ask me.
heroin.
And now we just whisk all of that together.
Whisking good.
We
Okay.
have a pot of water boiling for the noodles, which are rice
She
noodles.
got her
and they only
degree at Jamie Oliver School of Dishonor.
take 5 minutes.
Rice
Are we dead ass right?
noodle, correct?
Small skillet with a little bit of high temp oil that we're going to,
Roger prefer wok.
and we have a large
True.
pan getting nice and hot over medium.
What that towel say? This is my happy place.
Chad, is this your happy place? This for sure is not my happy face.
Fit her. Niece Rachel look like kind of woman who have so many cheesy saying in her kitchen. But her oven mitt back there, I'm
I bet she has live, laugh, love outside of her door.
sure it say live, laugh, glove.
Not live, laugh, glove.
High heat, okay? Large nonstick pan, and we're going to cook the chicken first. So a couple turns of the pan.
What is
That's an
get the pan
interestingly
cooked.
shaped oil dispenser
that
thingy.
the most dildo looking oil dispenser ever? Hiya. It not look like it make for oil. It look like it make for G-spot. Sorry, children.
As soon as the oil
You're not
ripples
sorry.
and thins
You're not
and
sorry.
coats the pan,
Hard to coat. The
like
pan so non-stick, see? The oil not coating. The oil puddling on the side. This woman don't know what tablespoon mean, and she don't know what coating mean also.
get the chicken out of the pan. In
Are we
goes
gonna
our
season
chicken.
the chicken first?
Hiya, your
We have to season it in layers. You have to season food in layers.
chicken completely missing the oil. Just what is happening in this video? Every step wrong?
Okay, our chicken is beautifully brown. I have a transfer plate.
Not even just
Transfer plate?
salt.
Transferring the chicken out of the pan
Uncle Roger didn't know transfer plate also mean plate.
And back on the heat. Add a little more oil.
Nice dildo oil dispenser again. Maybe if Uncle Roger have that, that would save my marriage.
Shallots.
I don't know, man. I don't think anything was saving your marriage.
And our carrots.
Carrot, no carrot in pad thai. No need vegetable in pad thai. This not salad. Don't put carrot.
So we're going to chop up our little Thai chilies. And
Chili,
right
no.
into the dish.
People just put dried chili at the end.
Yeah, I don't think I was about to be like. I don't think it's put chili flakes on pad thai.
On the side.
I don't know. What the hell?
Ginger, garlic, okay. Ginger, no.
No.
Give this a flip.
Oh, she's doing tricks. She's doing tricks, guys.
Drop our noodles. Should take 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Should take 5 minutes.
She's just dumping the whole noodle in there. Oh my god. Water splashed into your cameraman. You burning him. Hiya. Miss Rachel, you professional chef. Cook noodle properly. Don't just dump that shit like it garbage. And also, pad thai noodle, no need to boil. You just
Don't
put
you just
in warm
soak them?
water until tender, then finish cooking in sauce. You boil like this, it all gonna be soggy as shit. Who want that?
Fuck.
Okay, now we're going to throw the chicken back in.
No, stop just throwing shit everywhere.
She be doing everything.
Oh, no, sauce go in to coat the noodle. You just dump sauce in there like that. What it coating?
Thank you for the follows.
What?
Save a little for
What is
garnish.
this? Is this basil?
Of our
Thai basil?
and mint. Just tear
Both wrong.
Oh my god.
Stop tearing. You tearing all our ancestor heart out. Hiya.
most of our bias cut green onion.
Green onion wrong. You need garlic chive.
One swirl.
I think Uncle Roger's gonna have to go to the hospital after this. I had to follow so I could express my horror and displeasure at this whole meal. This is not pad thai.
Drain
Those noodles are gonna be so wet.
Noodle.
Thai rice noodles.
Ew! Oh!
To our pan.
Oh!
Chicken.
Pad failure.
Oh.
This is just pad failure, brother. This is literally
Look at
just
the
pad
ratio of
failure.
noodle to chicken. The sauce just boiling in there, evaporating. This pad thai making all our ancestors cry. We have to finish watching this.
But not pad thai, just bad
Take our eggs
time.
off, and we just
Egg cannot save your pad thai.
slide
What?
him onto the counter.
You just sliding egg on and she just chopping on kitchen counter. What is this shit?
Is the kitchen
just
counter
slice
just a
your
large,
No.
large cutting board?
This is what drunk college kid do. Chopping on table. What the hell? You ruining your kitchen counter, hiya. And you ruining your knife also. Your kitchen counter just like your career. It all fucked. Stop this video. Shut it down. Shut it down.
My
Shut it down.
goodness.
Now we're going to add all of our bean sprouts.
Has she ever had pad thai? That's a lot
must
of
be
bean sprouts. That's
You see,
a lot.
none of the bean sprout touching the pan. How it gonna cook? You tell me. Anybody who eat this gonna shit themselves. Hiya.
Add all of our bean sprouts.
Oh my god. This dish mostly bean sprout now. This not pad thai. This pad bean sprout.
One package, or about a cup and a half.
This might be like the most upset I've seen him in a long time.
Gently toss the egg into that whole.
Egg should be scrambled, not stripped like this.
3/4 of a cup of those
Okay.
dry roasted peanuts.
Okay,
Peanut,
that's
correct?
fine. That's
Our
fine.
reserved leaves of Thai
Wrong also.
mint.
Peanut, finally something correct. But the leaf all wrong, the green onion, the basil, mint, all wrong. And her
This
cooking
is
so
not
bad. Look, even
this
her
is
dog
not bad
fuck off.
thai.
A little squirt of lime juice.
Lime, okay.
Okay, fine.
What the what? Oh, flour
what
for
the
what?
wait.
Okay. What
Why
the
are
what?
you putting
Oh,
flowers
flour
in
for
here?
what?
Why?
You paying your respect, is it? Because this pad thai more dead than the queen.
Flowers for the funeral of the dish.
Edible flowers.
But that one of the worst pad thai Uncle Roger ever see. Missing dry shrimp, tofu, pickle,
Yeah, what the fuck? Where was the
radish, garlic
shrimp?
chive, the noodle all soggy, too much chicken, too much bean sprout. And you see, she just end video like that. You know you're cooking bad. When in your own cooking show,
Thank you for the
don't even
follows.
show finished product. Pad Thai, one of the most famous Thai dish in the world. Even every
We didn't
white girl
even
know
see her eat it. How am I supposed to know this was good if you're not even eating
about
it?
it.
Today we're doing chicken pad thai. This
Is she speaking so fast? Is she? Okay, I thought it was like 1.5x speed. In the process of whitening my teeth too. It's looking good, eh? Get into character.
chicken breast.
Lord.
And the tenders. The breast meat is horizontally.
Oh my god. I think that video put me in psychosis. Holy shit. I died at her scattering flowers like she's giving respect to the bad Thai funeral just because something's Asian doesn't mean you need soy sauce. True. Oh god, Rachel Ray, the American Jamie Oliver is back. Anyways, guys, I am feeling so exhausted still. So I think I am going to call it here, guys. I know it's a shorter stream. I will be trying to stream tomorrow. I should be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. We'll see. I'm very exhausted still from OFFKAI, so I'm sorry if I seem a little low energy now. But if you haven't done so yet, go join my Discord server. Buy the Poseidon merch. It's gonna be limited time for just I think a few more weeks, and then it's gone. So if you haven't grabbed it yet, go grab it soon because it won't be coming back. Anyways, I'm gonna end stream now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Sayonara, bye bye.